Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
I do not think this is a hot take. The Florida Panthers are not only the best team in South Florida, they're the best team in the NHL.
No, they're not.
You didn't even let me finish my statement. Go ahead, Vlad. Take away. Go ahead. What you got, bro? Come on. Let's go.
You said best team in the NHL. No, the New York Rangers are the best team in the NHL.
Yeah, okay. We're not scared a second of the Rangers.
Nobody said it. You didn't say about scared. This is not about fear. You said who's the best team.
I think
right
they're
now.
the best team.
They're not.
Welcome in, South Florida. I speak for us when I say I think it's not a hot take. Also, the power rankings, Bleacher Report, and ESPN have the Florida
last
Panthers
week.
at
Yeah,
one.
last week.
Number one.
Yeah, that was last week.
Number one.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one.
Talk to me tomorrow.
305-567-0560. Give my cousin Vladimir Lewis a hard time for his terrible take right there.
It's not a terrible take.
That's the hot take.
One
right
team's
there.
won 10 in a row.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you're the best team.
So wait, you have the best record in your conference. You're above the team that you're saying is better, and you got a 10-game winning streak.
Better team.
Man, whatever. Go ahead.
So you're saying you're a numbers guy? Just the numbers.
I'm going by. Yes, I am going to go by numbers. If a team,
so
because guess what? When the Bruins were ahead of the Panthers, were you still saying the Panthers were the best team?
Yes, I think we are the best team in all of NHL.
You can think that. I can think that the Rangers are the best team.
Pound for pound, you put us up against anybody, we got you. Second part of my take, also not a hot take. Miami Hurricanes men's basketball team, the worst team in South Florida. Go ahead, Vlad. Go ahead. Come at me.
I can't come out.
I don't like being negative.
I'm trying to figure if there's another team in South Florida who's not playing.
I mean, my little league Pee Wee Pop Warner football team that I coach, is that the worst?
How's FIU doing?
I mean, okay, you got me. There you go.
I don't know. I'm really seriously. How are they doing? Because that was a nasty loss yesterday, man.
I mean, and I don't want to come on and be negative, but I got to be honest with you, man. This team has just underwhelmed all year long, and yesterday was kind of the culmination of it, if you ask me, man. Just not very good, very bad. Georgia Tech isn't exactly great.
No,
we've lost 6 in a row. Nothing seems to be working. Everybody just goes, Norchet Omir's playing hard. That's all anybody ever says. Is that our consolation prize for having that? I mean, they're bad. They're bad. I'm sorry. The flagship station, please listen to them. I'm going to keep riding with them.
You know what it is, I think when they say that about Norchet, it's because this team is so different from the teams we've seen the last 2 years.
Did Isaiah Wong make that big of a difference last year? Obviously.
Nigel Pack's injury hurt, but I mean, like I said, bro, nobody wants to admit it, man. But I'll say there's certain players that really, really took off and showed so much promise and looked like they were going to be legit lottery.
We started the season great.
No, I'm talking about, but then these guys started maybe hearing too much of their praise and started not taking the season, the game seriously, because man, maybe they were smelling their own tea. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to the Elite Eight and then you get to the Final Four. Now you think you're in the class of the Dukes and Carolinas. No, this is a thing you got to continue. And for some reason, these players, they jack up too much threes. Like, you know why we all hate the All-Star game and the way the NBA is?
I don't hate the All-Star game.
I know, no.
Why most people
do. But then when you look at the game yesterday, or you look at the games, I produced most of them. They take too much 3-point shots.
They live and die by the three.
They live and die by the three when they can easily get easy baskets going inside, getting the ball in the Norchat. And that's the thing. Norchat's the only one who plays within the principles.
And he's an undersized big.
And he's an undersized big. And you could see that he's moving this game outside because he's going to have to try to make it the next level. But nonetheless, they might be the worst team in South Florida right now.
And, once again, don't want to pile on too much. Matthew Cleveland came over from Florida State, really has kind of been underwhelming. I think he's played hard. I think he's tried.
Nah, it's Wooga Poplar, bro.
Wooga Poplar, from what I'm hearing, has been somewhat of an issue for the team. That's just what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
More recruits are coming in. I mean, Are we at the point now? Of course, once again, like I said, college basketball, if you win the ACC tournament, you're into the tournament, you've won some tournament games over the past couple of years, you could be all right. But right now, in the state of the U, you have to start looking towards next season in a way, because this team can't beat Georgia Tech at home on a Saturday at the end of the season. How are they going to make a run in the ACC tournament against the Dukes, the North Carolinas, the Wake Forests? How are they going to do that? I don't know.
I don't, but yeah.
But you got to be honest. Once again, I'm going to ride with them, ride or die. Let's roll. Let's have a good time. Well, wait, to have a good time, we need to do something that is positive. Just nasty work, man. Nasty work. But Panthers, they got us high. The Heat are streaking right now, if you ask me. 7 of the last 9. Whooping up on the Pelicans. Still on that West Coast swing. Like we said, it's an interesting West Coast swing, Vlad. It's not your typical West Coast swing for the Heat, because the Heat don't have any back-to-backs, but Sacramento and Denver are both playing back-to-backs. Now, you say it's not that big of a deal because it's a home back-to-back, but at the same time, back-to-backs.
No. The Sacramento one is not a home back.
Okay, so
Sacramento's going to LA.
And then you get the Trailblazers in between, which you hopefully can go in there and outclass them, because we know they have some class issues with Joe Cronin. Usually a class organization. Joe Cronin. You know, this is the thing about Joe Cronin that makes me angry. Not so much about what he did, is that, you know, in 7 years from now, he's going to be working at a sandwich shop somewhere on the East Coast or something, man. You know what I mean? He's not going to be this transgeneration general manager. He's going to do bum work here. And I mean, Scoot Henderson, God bless him. He's terrible. Portland's terrible. He got very little for Damian Lillard, but he had too much pride to send him. So 7 years from now, and I'm looking way more into the future, he's legit going to be like an office guy for the Clippers, you know, and be like, I used to be GM. I was the guy that did the Damian Lillard thing. It's like, that's the highlight of your career. It's a low light, to be honest. And I know.
I mean, that's you projecting. You don't know what can happen.
Yeah, I know. He's probably going to end up the greatest general manager of all time, but I'll take the field. I'll take the opposite.
I never said he was going to be the
No,
greatest.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying for anybody that, you know, things like, you know, watch out, man. Another thing, man, Carabao Cup, Chelsea, Liverpool, 0-0 going into extra time. Remember the last time they met in the Carabao Cup, went to 10 penalty kicks, and the goalkeeper for Chelsea missed in giving Liverpool the trophy. So much excitement going on in this world. So much, man. See if Chelsea can hold out. I got drinks on the line for this one, man. Chelsea,
you do?
I got drinks on the line for everything, man. I make fun of you for gambling on the Hard Rock site. Me, there's about half the establishments in South Florida I'm owed drinks, and then the other half of the establishment I owe drinks. Although I'm good about paying my drinks.
All right.
In a way, in a weird way. Let's get to some headlines real quick. Another win for the Panthers, best team in South Florida in the NHL. This time it was an overtime over the Capitals, 3-2. Carter Verhaeghe got a late goal in the third to tie it, while Gustav Forsling, who was hurt in the previous game, got the win in OT with a goal. Matthew Tkachuk did not play. He's still injured. The Cats, or as my friend Aaron over at 26 Degree Brewing in Pompano Beach says, the Kitty Cats host the Sabres Tuesday at 7. That should be a good one right there, if you're a Panthers fan. Because remember, we blanked the Sabres 4-0 at their place with Anthony Stolarz.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm just remembering. Oh, shoot. I got to do that game.
Don't matter who we have in goal. We're shutting you out. Oh, man. The Canes baseball team lost 4-2 to Long Island yesterday.
Long Island? Really?
Yeah.
Wait. The Canes lost to Strong Island University?
Baseball's baseball, man.
Jeez.
Today, it's the rubber match of the series. It starts at 1 o'clock, so coming up in just a little
beautiful
while.
Day, bro.
I walked out. I was like, I should go to the beach today, but I got to hang out with you for a couple hours. Then I got to go to Whole Foods, which, you know, I love doing.
Oh, that's your favorite.
Oh, my goodness. The pretension. And the one in North Miami Beach. Oh, my goodness. Not to be negative. I'm been kind of negative today. I like the one in South Beach. South Beach one, they got bad ones at South Beach, but nonetheless. And then they actually have some band playing for free by my house in North Beach. So might do some of that. But yeah. More nastiness. The Canes men's basketball team have now lost 6 in a row following yesterday to Georgia. If you can tell by my voice, I'm not very excited about this Canes men's basketball team. They lost to Georgia Tech 80-76. They finished the season at North Carolina tomorrow at 7. They host Boston College. We lost to Boston College earlier this year. Then at the road at Florida State. We've lost to Florida State this year also.
Wow, Florida State has a
Florida State's actually doing good.
2-game winning streak against the Canes because they beat them. Remember the last game of
the season,
last season, and then they beat them. Yeah, they beat guys twice at home, and then jeez,
do not like that.
Is this the final week? Is this the last week, or is next week the?
I think next week the weekend. You know, you got till next weekend. So yeah, it's the final week if you look at it. Yeah, because today's Sunday, it would be next week.
Yeah,
and then ACC tournament. Got to make a move. Seriously, you got to make a move. The ACC tournament, or else you be sitting at home.
Well, the key thing I think they got to get a bye. They can't play in the first day of
Joe Zagacki has told that no one has ever come from the first day and won the whole thing.
Twin 4 days in a row, bro.
5 days in a row. It's 5.
Oh, it's 5.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. So their goal is to get that first round bye and only have to win 4 against the likes of North Carolina, Duke, Florida State, Wake Forest. Oh, but I am not one of these guys, Vlad. Now, this Philadelphia Eagles fans, shame on you for this. I hope we lose. I hope this season ends. No. I am not that guy. I want the Canes to win the ACC tournament and make it to the tournament. Remember how Philadelphia Eagles fans turned on their Eagles when they started losing at the end of the season last year and started going, I don't even want to beat Tampa Bay. I want this season to be over. We suck. It's like, why would you want that? Jeez. Yeah, that's a little subtle shot at Philadelphia Eagles fans. And I mean, you're hardcore fans. Don't get me wrong, but that's no. Never want my team to lose. I want the Hurricanes to win out the rest of the season. I don't want this thing to be over. I'm tired of this. No. Chelsea, Liverpool, let's check it, man. I've been checking it every single second. Still 0-0 in the 106th minute of extra time.
You know our baby's coaching tonight, right? You're looking at it.
Our baby's coaching right now.
Yeah.
Kim Mulkey, LSU, Tennessee. Keep an eye on that one for me, Vlad.
Oh, I am. What's she wearing?
Oh, she got like this lime green suit on. I like it, man. Very nice. Inter Miami are back in action tonight. LA against the Galaxy. Kickoff is at 9. It's been moved to 9 o'clock. Let's play this game,
Why
Vlad.
has it been moved to 9?
Because they want more views. It was supposed to be at 8:30, but they said 9 o'clock.
Is this an Apple Plus or is this going to be
Of course.
on national
I've checked
TV?
4 different places, Vlad, because you asked me yesterday, and I told you Messi decided it's Apple Plus, and then I said maybe I was a little hasty on that. No, Messi decided it's Apple Plus. Get this, though, Vlad. I want you to guess. Maybe you already know if you've been reading the headlines.
I haven't.
Okay. Way to stay abreast of the show, too, by the way. I appreciate that. How much do you think the most expensive ticket for tonight's match is? I want you to guess high, too. Think about what you think it might be, and then guess high, because it's high. This is supposedly the most expensive ticket in MLS this season so far. I mean, of course, so far, but they're expecting
Miami.
They're expecting
this is a game here. This is here or in LA?
LA.
Oh, it's in LA.
LA Galaxy, Inter Miami at Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. So if we're going by last year, all right. So I gotta be smart about this. If I go by last year, when I think it was 23,000 or 25,000.
Once again, Vlad, I want you to think of a number and then go much higher.
Nah, it can't be 45,000 for a ticket.
I want you to think of a ticket and go much.
I went 45,000.
$790,000 is the most expensive ticket for tonight.
Get out of here, bro.
$790,000. I got the website. I was going to email it to you.
You wild.
I am not wild.
$750,000 for just to see a
36-year-old
man.
Who the hell? I mean, this has got to be a sweet ticket. This has got to be the works. But man, to see Messi in LA against the Galaxy,
that's got to be a sweet. That's got to be
what I'm saying. I said the most expensive ticket. Maybe that's like field pass and suite.
Yeah, that's got to be all of that because there's no way that's for a single game. No, because I was talking about single game last year, but you're talking about that's a suite, bro.
That's a suite with field pass. That's everything, man. Yeah. Man, oh man, 709. I thought I read it wrong. I thought it said 79.
Nah, if I'm paying 7, I might as well be on the field.
Let me see. Let me email.
I might as well be part of the 11.
Yeah, maybe that's what the field pass. That's what the ticket is.
I'm also signed a 10-day contract with the team. So you know what I mean.
Let's see, top team. Yep. Okay, I got the site for you, Vlad. I'm going to email it right now. And if you're watching on the YouTube and Twitch, I want you to watch it live on Vlad's face when he opens this email from me and sees that I am not making this up because I've been known to make some things up or over-exaggerate like the Pelicans and everything like that. But please watch us 560 WQAM on the YouTube and Twitch. Watch Vladdy's face right now when he opens this email and sees that it's not $79,000, it's $790,000.
I'm waiting.
You haven't gotten it yet? Well, also, our firewall is just nasty sometimes.
Okay. All right. When it gets there, I'll get there. Oh, okay. I think you got there. There it is.
What is this?
Ticket. It says ticket. And this is from the what is it? The Daily Mail?
Daily Mail are always they write very long headlines.
All right. Lionel Messi and Inter Miami sweep top 10 of average ticket prices for MLS games this season, with fans paying up to $790,000 for Sunday's game against LA Galaxy. 6 of the 10 most expensive individual tickets in the league also happen to be games in which Inter Miami will be playing.
Man is shocked. My man is shocked.
They hold a suite of the top 10 most expensive tickets.
Of course.
And with the most expensive single ticket. No, you're right. No, it's not a suite. It's not a suite.
It's just a ticket.
It's a single ticket.
Someone's just sitting there slumming it buying hot dogs and
It
popcorn.
says the most expensive single ticket in the league belongs to Miami's game against the LA Galaxy at the whopping price of $789,813 and 67 cents.
I'm going alone if I'm buying that ticket. I'm not buying a ticket for somebody to go with me. I'd rather slum it.
That New York City game is probably going to be the second most expensive. Canada's going to pay, Toronto FC, CF Montreal, and wow, this is ridiculous. Come on, man. If you paying man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I'm not paying $790,000 to watch this guy play. Come on.
I'm not paying $790,000 to watch anybody play, Vlad.
I might pay if I had money, I might pay $790,000. If I had the money to watch a fight, like a big fight, a mega fight,
okay,
that's different because you're sitting there, you're watching them fight. Now, you just hope that's a good fight, but for a fight, something to that effect, yes. But just to see a regular season game, the second game of the season,
both teams good though, very good.
I get it. You know what?
It could be an MLS Cup preview.
Yeah, but you know what?
Preview.
If this was in the middle of the season, both teams were like 13-2, and you were hyping it up, I may give you a little leeway. I'll shoot you some bail on that. But second game of the season, you about to spend over $750,000?
Oh, dude, imagine buying that tickets and Messi pulls what he did in Hong Kong and doesn't play.
Oh, would it be? He's old. The old the old pull thing. So what if he while warming up? Oh my God.
We're going to get deeper into that as the show goes on, but I do have a few more headlines that I think are important. Zion Williamson has come to Kevin Love's defense after his foul that caused a stir in the Heat versus Pelicans game Friday night. Pelicans forward said Love actually helped protect him from his fall. So Zion Williamson saying that he takes no exception to what Kevin Love did. I think we all agree it was not a dirty play. It's just there was an overreaction. Spring training today, Marlins, Nationals, 1 o'clock. Jalen Phillips, after 3 months removed from his Achilles injury, was at the Dolphins' 14th annual Cancer Challenge yesterday and spoke with media saying there is no timeline for his return, but he was out of the walking boot, and he says rehab is going smoothly. If he could get back, when would he like to be back? Of course, it would be today, but he says he's aiming that possibly at the beginning of the season. That's not going to happen.
So what he said, possibly at the beginning of the season?
No. He says that's what his wish would be.
So that means it's not going to be until
the end of the season.
Probably week 10, after week 10.
Yeah, probably later.
He's definitely going to be on the IR starting the season.
Oh, God, yes.
PUP. He's going to be on the PUP, PUP list.
Yeah. Real quick, let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa.
Why is Danny G stuff here?
Because, you were working hard and hanging out. Ooh, LSU's up on Tennessee right now, 24-18 in women's basketball. They're at Tennessee, too. So that's another headline in case you're wondering. Kim Mulkey. Ooh.
Angel Reese.
I love Angel Reese. Stepping into the day spa. In Taiwan, people mark the end of the Lunar New Year by throwing lit firecrackers at statues of their fortune god. Sounds like my type of weekend right there.
Wait, they throwing fireworks at their fortune god?
Yeah. But the bad thing is,
hurry up!
There's people
get me rich.
There's people walking it through the streets. So, I mean, those people have to wear gear, man. It's like riot gear.
I don't know if you want to incite your fortune god, or maybe you do.
It's good luck. You got to wake it up. Wake it fortune.
Up. Get to action,
dude. There's nothing funner than getting drunk, smoking cigarettes, and lighting firecrackers and throwing them. You smoke cigarettes because that's your wick. You don't want to keep a puck or anything like that. You just.
I don't smoke cigarettes, bro.
I don't smoke, but I need something to light my firecrackers with, so I can get a cool menthol. The only time I smoke,
okay,
is when I'm throwing firecrackers at people.
So you must be doing that a lot.
No, I don't ever do it anymore. I'm a grown man.
Anymore. Look at that. That's the key operative word.
Speaking of doing things, Paul Pierce is at it again.
Sergey's a fool.
Paul Pierce is at it again. We're going to break it down next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
speaker.
Chelsea, Liverpool still tied in the 112th minute of the Carabao Cup. Woo! And those two teams get together in a final. It is always magic. Vlad was talking earlier what he'd pay $790,000 to see, and one of them would be a fight. Might want to pay a lot of money if there's a fight ever sanctioned between Paul Pierce and our very own Udonis Haslem. Those guys do not like each other. Never have, probably never will. In fact, they've called each other out. Haslem suggested that if he ever runs in to Paul Pierce in public, like at a grocery store, he says he'd fight him, and he claimed that he'd hold him to that. So Paul Pierce has kind of responded to that. Remember when Haslem had his number retired, you earn your number retirement, and Paul Pierce put some are given, some are earned. I'm just saying that's given. Yeah. Paul Pierce kind of hating, but at the same time, if someone says they want to fight you in a grocery store in public, probably not going to, be like, congratulations. Well, Paul Pierce has now added some fuel to the fire. Recently on a podcast, of course, he also makes mention of this podcast. This is what Paul Pierce said, and I quote, "First of all, I'm trying to remember when he told me that because I never remember hearing that," Pierce said. "Second of all, when we played Miami, Udonis Haslem was out there. I don't remember no hard screens, no hard fouls, no S talking. And now that we in retirement trying to get our podcasts off, I'm starting to hear this hate. But that's cool. I know it'll rub people the wrong way. I never liked Miami. I respect them, but it's what it is. I'd rather do it in a telephone booth. But if you need more room in a grocery store, that's cool too. I'm a grown man. I ain't dodging nothing, man." Woo!
All right, so I saw that. He said that on the Dan Levitard show on Metal Lock Entertainment, and he's in a partnership with them doing his own podcast. Is something called something with the truth, the hard truth, maybe. I think that's the name of it. Anyhow, what was interesting about that, if you watch further along of that show, you know that Levitard's producer, a diehard Heat fan, I think his name is Mike. He went at Levitard for being in a partnership with a hated South Florida rival. Like, how can you be in a partnership with Paul Pierce, a guy who's gone out of his way to take shots at Dwayne Wade, at LeBron?
All right, what's the point?
Miami Heat. So it's like, why would you do that? Like, if you're such a... All right, Dan, let me ask you a question. Would you do a show with Nick Saban?
Yes, of course, 100%. If he wants to come on the show, he can come on anytime.
Even though you hate him?
Yeah, I totally hate him. He gave LSU a national championship.
Oh, wait, no, okay, forget that.
Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, let's go. Come on to the show. Everyone's welcome to speak their mind in their forum. I'm totally fine with that.
I'm cool. I you know what? I like the pettiness. I like the pettiness.
You know what color money is?
Yeah, but you know what? I like the pettiness. I like that.
Okay, I'm trying to see how Paul Pierce and Udonis Haslem. Is Paul Pierce out of line? That's what I want to ask you. Like, do you feel Paul Pierce is out of line?
For what? In what?
For what he said.
What he said.
For saying, number one, that Udonis Haslem's number retire was given, not earned. In this instance,
he was wrong on that.
In that instance, I think it's wrong. No matter how
he's wrong on that. He's wrong.
No matter how much you hate someone, just step aside. Let them have their moment. That's okay. But is he wrong for that last statement that I said? First of all, I don't remember hearing that you wanted to fight me. When we played UD, I don't remember hard screens. I don't remember hard fouls. I don't remember no S talking. Now he's trying to get his podcast off. And then he even says, I never liked Miami. I respect them. But then he said, I'll take it in a phone booth rather than if you need more room. I ain't trying to.
Yeah, it's basically just trying to say, I'm not, whatever. That's how you feel. Okay, cool. Well, I ain't scared of you. That's just their way of doing it. But UD is UD. UD 40 lets you know from the jump. And then you can't tell me he did not. That game, those series were too physical for you not to say, oh, he never said a hard screen for you. He never said that. Please, you're trying to down talk him because Paul is trying to say that UD is not at his level. You understand what I'm saying? Like if this was like LeBron or if this was the D Wade, or Chris Bosh, maybe he'd be like, oh, okay. But what he's trying to say is like, oh, UD is not at his level, even though UD is a certified.
Well, he's saying now he's all loud and proud.
Right. But no, I understand why. That's what I said. This is what I said. Bring Paul Pierce in a company that's basically South Florida based, right? And are diehard Heat fans, people are not going to like anything that's a shot to the organization, to the city, and everything like that. So him taking a shot at one of the most beloved figures in Miami Heat history is not going to help him.
Right, but at the same time, a shot was taken at him. I don't see why
it wasn't really a shot because all he's saying is this.
I'll fight you in a grocery store in public?
Okay.
You're on site? That's not taking a shot at someone?
It's okay. It's just letting you know that the rivalry continues.
Okay.
We talk. Listen, here's the thing.
Okay, Vlad.
No. Dan. I even mentioned this yesterday. Tim Hardaway still says, hey, when I see former Knick players, it takes a long time for us to even say hello. Like we got to walk around each other 4 or 5 times just to check the temperature. Hey, man, you're not in this competitive sport. They got beef forever. It's up and it's up and stuck forever. So therefore, that's what UD said in his platform. He's just like, look, I respect them, but yeah, if I see him, I want to. We might get things shaken. Okay. Paul Pierce said the same thing.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. It's okay.
It's okay. But for him to take the shot at UD saying that some is given, not earned.
Okay, that was wrong. We admit that.
Then. So then if you know there's smoke and then you're going to take little pot shots, it is what it is. That's disrespect. And I told you about disrespect. Once you disrespect someone, however they react to that disrespect, it could be minor or it could be major. It doesn't matter. You disrespected that person. So however they handle it, it's on you.
They're going back and forth. It's true. But UD saying that he's basically on site in public.
But I get it. It wasn't like it was like he was threatening. It was just like he was like, yo, this rivalry, I still hate them to this day. Like it's rivalry. If I see them, yeah, it's like it's up. Kevin Garnett has said the same thing. Like they both have said the same thing in their own way. So when it's mentioned, it's like, oh, yeah, it's great. Because, people like, oh, this is the NBA that we love. This is the competition. It's not like the softest of the league now. Cool. But I don't understand why after. Yeah, I mean,
I understand why after.
I'm not going to lie to you. As I'm getting older, there's better things to still be stressing about. You know what I mean? But, hey, I'm not millionaires like these guys. So if they want to stress it about their old games back in the past, knock yourselves out. But I don't think it's worth it.
I want to ask you this, Vlad. I'm going to Whole Foods after work today, which I love, in North Beach, Miami. What happens if I walk in there and I'm like, oh, crap, UD's shopping. And as I'm walking out, I see Paul Pierce walking in. Do you think there's going to be a fist fight?
Shirt.
Do you think there's going to be a fist fight?
Get a strike. Get some stripes.
You think it's loud as a motorbike?
Yeah, it's on. They're going to start cursing at each other.
But will they fight?
Yes, because you're talking about Whole Foods in South Florida. You think UD's gonna get punked in South Florida?
But you think they're just gonna yell and scream, or you think they're gonna
they're gonna get a shake. UD's gonna go up there and snuff them.
This is my thing. Even if this is all talk and whatnot, if we end up at a grocery store together, I'm throwing, man, because I can't just talk and not throw.
Hey, you ever seen Stone Cold versus Booker T? That's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah. Go. Look, you've talked yourself into this. Now you're gonna fight your way out.
No, you said it. It's in public. We got video. Yeah. That's it. We got recordings. I got receipts.
I don't want to see yelling and screaming and hold me back and all this. Nah. No talk. No argue. Hit him with a bottle. Hopefully UD wins. Coming up next, real quick, what's trending? 560 WQAM. Yeah, play some soothing, good reggae music to smooth us out, Vlad, after a kind of hostile weekend. Pelicans and the Heat getting into a fight. Jimmy Butler, Paul Pierce, hopefully getting into a fight at the North Miami Beach Whole Foods later today when I go there. Panthers, Rangers, they're going to get into a fight in the playoffs. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's go to what's trending. I'm going to see what's trending around the world and social media. Of course, you can hit my cousin up at Vlad2078. I am at Dan Day Radio. Hate to say this, Vlad. Trending right now, both Liverpool and Chelsea, but it's not for a good reason, in my opinion. Liverpool just won the Carabao Cup 1-0 in extra time. Great. I mean, they were heavily favored, but still, no solace in that. You know what else is trending? Jimmy Butler. Of course. Why is Jimmy Butler trending? Because the fight. That's why. Well, interesting. They were showing people never learn when they try to fight Jimmy. Teams are 0-4 against Jimmy with the fight. Of course, TJ Warren, we know that. Last year, Brian Williams.
Brian Williams?
What is his name?
Who fought Jimmy?
Derek Williams. Who was the guy for the Celtics?
Derek White?
Derek White.
Oh, no, Grant Williams. Grant Williams. You're right.
Booty Boy. Dwight Howard got into a fight with him inside the and that's what inside the bubble. We won that game. And then the Pelicans tried to fight Jimmy on Friday, and they lost that game. So maybe, the worst thing to ever do is try to get into Jimmy's face and fight him.
He called him Booty Boy.
I could use other words, but we're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, that's hysterical. That's funny. Wow.
So anytime the teams are 0-4 when they get into Jimmy's face and kind of try to go at it. What does that mean? What does that mean for the Eastern Conference? Not good.
It's not good. I'll just leave that man alone, man. Leave that man alone.
He's one of those guys, yeah, like Michael Jordan and stuff. Like, just don't talk. Let it go. Just, you're not going to get him out of his game. You're only going to get him into his game. He's always going to get crazy and tough. Not scared.
Well, Jimmy's trending because he's saying it's that time. That had our boy Tobin going crazy. I think Tobin had to wash himself like 2 times the way he went crazy. But I'm gonna say something about Jimmy now.
He's been trying to predict a lot of things. Remember last season in the postseason, he kept saying, we're going to win this next one. We're going to win this next one. We're going to win this next one. And, and now he's saying, we're going to beat the Pelicans when they come here. Earlier in the season, remember, he said, not only are we going to get back to the NBA Finals this year, we're going to win it. He's been kind of a, what do you call the word? Yeah, he's been looking into the crystal ball a lot lately. So
somebody tweeted, how do you clown Jimmy Butler for being 0-2 in the NBA Finals when your favorite team can't even make it there?
That's another thing that's trending.
That's like me making $100K a year and laughing at a millionaire because he isn't a billionaire.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I don't know who's throwing shade at Jimmy for making 2 NBA Finals and not winning them. It's like saying like he can't win the big one or something.
Why are people taking shots at Jimmy, bro? They just, oh man.
My only guess is because of
please.
The fight. Maybe some Pelicans fans are
don't
going
perturb
at him. Is that what it is?
Don't perturb him.
I don't know if Pelicans fans really care that much, but apparently I see Solana taking some shots at New Orleans and everything like that. I appreciate that. Cape up for Thomas Bryant. You're into the bench player, man. Go ahead.
That's horrible.
I thought the fight was awesome. I loved it. Thought it was good. So Jimmy's trending.
Yeah, Jimmy's trending. They're actually making comparisons that Bronny has Jimmy Butler tendencies.
Why did I see a picture of Bronny and Jimmy? I just skipped over that.
Because he has similarities to what Jimmy did in his freshman year in college.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, that bodes well for Bronny James. If he's on the trajectory of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. A lot of people are taking shots. Why are people taking shots at Jimmy? I see Jimmy Butler. They have Jimmy Butler finna be Charles Barkley 2.0.
This is the thing. Okay, this is another thing.
What is going on here? What did Jimmy? Just because Jimmy,
I don't think Jimmy did anything wrong.
He didn't do anything, and all of a sudden now, 2 days later, Jimmy's getting. Bronny has similarities to Jimmy.
I see that he can't win the championship.
He can't win the championship. Jason Tatum is better than Jimmy now. Like, what is going on with these people?
Jimmy did nothing. He was literally just standing there. Najee Marshall bumped him, started talking noise. Najee Marshall put hands on him, put it around his neck, and that was it.
Celtics Unite have a picture of
That's
2023 finals. Jimmy was 21.6 rebounds, 4 assists, 41% field goal, 36% 3-point field goal percentage. And the nicknames for him was Hemi Butler carries his team and needs help. 2022 finals, Jason Tatum had 21.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 45% shooting from the 3-point line, 36% from the field goal. And Tatum's a fraud. Kobe doesn't know you, not top 20. So, yeah, there's a lot. Wow. People calling out Jimmy, man.
That's unbelievable.
That's dumb.
And if you're saying that he didn't show up in the finals last year, he was injured. Still getting his team, leading his team to the finals twice now, Eastern Conference Finals, bunches of times, carrying the team, playoff Jimmy. That's exactly what you want if you're a Heat fan, though. That's exactly what you want if you're Jimmy Butler. Go ahead, wake up that sleeping giant.
Yeah,
get him going. Get him going. Jimmy, come on, do something. Jimmy, if you're listening, do something. Not to me, please. No, not to me. On the court. Jimmy's woke all of a sudden. I'm not talking about politics. That's what's trending. Coming up next, going to get you caught up with everything happening. Chelsea lost. Sports Day 560 WQAM.
for Sports Day.
Beautiful day.
Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
Got a lot of things going on right now. Carabao Cup has come to conclusion. Liverpool has defeated Chelsea. Tough one right there for me, but some action getting underway. The Marlins and the Nationals, spring training baseball, about to get started. It seems like every day the Marlins going to be playing around 1 o'clock up there in Jupiter against some of these teams. Get ready for the home opener, March 28th, 4 p.m. against the Pirates. Opening day always exciting because everybody's got a shot. Your FAU Owls, Vlad, basketball coming up 2 o'clock. They're going to take on Memphis. That final score could be 159 to 138 or something like that.
Take the over on the total.
Definitely take the over on the total. Like I said, the announcers the other day when Memphis was getting beat by 40 to SMU said Penny Hardaway needs to just face up to his players and say, if you want to give effort, you can play. If not, you're not playing. And I was like, wow. They really were not giving a lot of effort right there. Whew, it was nasty. Canes baseball about to get underway. It's a rubber match. Sad to say, against Long Island University, because Long Island University won 4-2 yesterday. So a lot getting underway right now, Sunday at 1 o'clock. But we're going all the way till 4 o'clock. We're going to be making it happen. Looks like we got some NBA action that's about to kick off. Looks like 76ers Bucks. That's going to be interesting right there. I think anytime the Bucks are playing right now, it's interesting because you just don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to look like the Bucks we thought they were going to look like? Or are they going to look like the Bucks that we've been seeing? Is Doc Rivers going to look like he knows what he's doing? Or is Doc Rivers going to start making excuses, which he got in trouble for?
Doc's good no matter what.
I like Doc Rivers. I know some Heat fans hate him. That's okay.
Doc's Doc. It is what it is. But Doc, when JJ Redick went off on him, I completely agree with JJ.
That he just makes excuses?
He does. He does. Like he started making it like, come on, bro. Come on, man. And everything that surrounded his involvement with the firing of Adrian Griffin and the fact that he was a consultant in the background. How you gonna be a consultant in the background and announcing games?
You can't do that, man. No. You can't A, be consulting in the background and announcing games, then B, be a consultant for the team that fires the coach that hires you. Like that's not the right way. Doc Rivers, I don't know what you're thinking. Like at his stage in his career, why would you leave, a cushy, easy, high-paid job to get back into coaching? Is it that fun to coach? Now, granted, I've never coached, but like, why do you want that stress? Like to me,
it's their way to stay involved in the game, bro.
Is it that important?
Listen. It's very difficult for these athletes, coaches, whatever. Put it this way: he was a player,
great player.
Then he was a player that went to become an announcer, that eventually became a coach.
So went back to being an announcer.
But so he's got to stay involved in the game somehow, some way.
That's all he knows.
That's all he knows. So getting paid millions just to announce in the game is one thing, but sometimes these guys love the minutia of everything,
the rush,
the rush,
challenge.
Just like, dude, these guys like Tips. You think he took a week vacation? No, he was in the gym. These guys they don't know anything other than this, whether in whatever sport. And that's why they continuously get jobs and stay on when might be past their primes.
To me, the worst job, and I mean, like, I know it sounds weird, one of the worst jobs in the world would be to be a college football head coach, where there's never really a day off. You always have to be recruiting. You always have to be getting better. Nothing really ever is good enough. You're always having to meet with some type of booster or somebody from the university. You're having trouble. You're around coaching young men.
And there's
pressure.
And the other thing is they're disciplined, bro. I mean, when you're an athlete, you're so used to a regimen that you've instilled or you followed. That's why when you see athletes after they retire and they're like, wow, they let themselves go. Yeah, because they don't have anything to follow anymore. They don't have. You have
to get up at 7 o'clock. You have to.
They don't got to do that no more.
You have to run. You have to exercise. You have to lift weights. You have to do this. Your whole life as a professional athlete is planned.
Even when they go out, they might go out, stay partying all night till 3 a.m. Some of them will go home, get a 2-hour nap, and then go back to work out because that's what they're used to. Even if they can go out, they can do anything, whatever. They're so used to their schedule, they're used to their regimen that they're gonna follow it, and it's tough when they're done for them.
That's what a lot
to
of
get
athletes tell
used
you.
to get used to back to the regular world because they're so stuck to their ways.
They
man.
tell you that the day I retired, I woke up and I had nothing to do for the first time in my life.
It shocks them.
And that's why some of these athletes are so disciplined. Like how, and I mean, I'm going to say close to home example. How has Joe Rose for 30 years gotten up and never been late, 4 a.m, 5 a.m, been on the radio, worked till midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, come into work for 30 some odd years? It's because he's got that regimen.
It's
He's got that
regimen.
discipline.
It's discipline that he took to football, that he was able to put in effect in the media.
Kudos.
And it's you notice we always say it after a Monday night game, bro. This was when he was Joe's always been doing morning, so this is when he was doing the first team with Goldie and Defoe. Yeah, Monday night game. They're traveling back. It's like 4:30 in the morning. It's like there's no 2 big ass Dunkin' Donuts in his hands.
It's nothing.
And he's there, and it's nothing. And then
nothing
and then he has to do a 6 o'clock show.
To get off the plane at 4:30, 5 o'clock, drive straight to the radio station, work all day, go play tennis, and then at the time, go do the 11 o'clock news.
6 and 11
on TV. Was that Channel 7?
Channel 6. Channel
TVJ.
6.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
So,
discipline.
That's discipline. So that's why it's very difficult for them to get out of it. And they're always jumping at every opportunity. Here's another great example. The guy that was making a lot of noise last week because of the way he was insulting his players and the facilities in the program. But why can't Rick Pitino give up coaching? Why can't the Larry Browns give up coaching? Why is John Gruden still wanting to coach and he trying to coach football anywhere, any chance he can get? Because it's just instilled in them.
Yeah,
they can't get out of it.
And you see these people who maybe get in trouble at some level where, they're blacklisted. Like, no one, you can't hire them. They'll go coach in Russia.
I'll coach high school.
Coach in the Czech Republic. Yeah, they'll coach high school.
They'll coach high school, bro.
They'll coach anywhere. They have millions of dollars. Oh, it's crazy. Kudos to them. Kudos to the Panthers, in my opinion, and a lot of people around here's opinion, best team in the NHL.
Second best.
They got an overtime win against the Capitals, 3-2. Carter Verhaeghe got a late goal to tie it, and then Gustav Forsling, hurt. He got the winner in overtime. The Cats, they host the Sabres Tuesday, 7 o'clock. I'll say it again, Vlad. We've said it many times. Go on out there and support those Cats. This is some good watching.
Absolutely. I mean, look, their best player didn't play.
Matthew Tkachuk. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Hopefully. And they still found a way to win. And they're going to have some home games. Go out, go to Sunrise and go support that team. They're the team that went to the Stanley Cup Finals, bro.
It's always fun. It's always a good time at Panthers games. Very good scenery out there. Good food, good fun, but it's even more fun when you get to see a quality product like what you're seeing from the Panthers now. Even more fun. Go to the Chili's by Sawgrass, get your 2-for-1s, go on inside and get yourself a good time, those Panthers games. Now, if you want to go to the Kings baseball game, it's about to start. Maybe you're walking out of Titanic right now. You've had some of their stout beers.
I had Titanic the other day.
Oh,
yeah.
Break it down. What did we get? Let's go.
What did we get?
I drink
that. The Britannia. I got a Britannia.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Britannia. Got 2 Britannias. Some of their wings, fries. It was a good time.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Great atmosphere. You could sit at the bar.
Great atmosphere. We actually got a table, which was good.
Yeah,
we had a table this time.
They have a beer garden in the back too.
See, I've always that's where I always sit back. That's where I always sit. I always go to the back, but this time we got a table because we had to get something to eat.
All right, we're gonna have a wrap party there one of these days, Vlad. We're gonna make it happen.
No, I'm going to. I got to go to a game. That's the one thing I haven't done. I haven't done a baseball game.
Oh, we'll do it this year. This year we're gonna do it. I'm gonna call my friend Jay Rao. He loves it too. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna go to Titanic.
It's gonna have to be during the week though. That's the problem. Oh, it has to be a night game in the weekend.
What about a weekend, a Saturday game? We get off work here and head on out there.
Well, it would have to be a Saturday night game on the week.
Yeah, like a 6 o'clock game. That'd be perfect. We get off like 3-4 o'clock. Rolling out there. An hour at Titanic. Baseball game. Say hi to Joe Z.
Dan, it's us on the weekend.
Perfect.
No, Dan, it's us on the weekend.
Right. What are you saying? Like us living the life? Or
No, it's not us living the life.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a slow time of the year. We'll get you out of here, Vlad.
Hopefully it's a slow time.
Somebody will step up around the radio station and work on the weekend.
Yeah.
If you don't know, that's being very facetious. Canes men's basketball team, they've now lost 6 in a row following yesterday to Georgia Tech 80-76. They finish, get this, North Carolina tomorrow in Chapel Hill,
and Saturday against the Knolls.
They host Boston College, and then they get Florida State. Let's make sure. Let's get sure, see what's going on.
Do they have a week off before their last game of the season again?
Let's see what's going on. So let's see. You get North Carolina tomorrow, Wednesday, Boston College, and then Saturday you end the regular season against Florida State up in Tallahassee. I will not be making that trip, Vlad. I will not. I'll be here with you probably.
You'll probably be here with me.
I'll be here with you. Oh, wait a second. They get a week off between, North Carolina's tomorrow, and then they don't play till March 6th. So it's not Wednesday. They play tomorrow, then they get off a whole week and a half.
They get 10 days off.
Wow. So tomorrow, North Carolina, then a week and a half later, on Wednesday, March 6th, they host Boston College. Then on March 9th, Florida State.
Jeez, that's a lot of days off, man.
I was going to say, there's no finals going on.
Spring break.
But I mean, it doesn't matter for basketball. Okay.
I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I know last year they had a week off between games. Like they played a Saturday, and then their final game of the season was like the following Saturday. That's when they lost to the Knolls.
So just make note of it. Wednesday, don't go down to Coral Gables expect to see a basketball game, because that would be you and I.
Not this Wednesday.
We have a Wednesday off. You and I go down there. We drink like 5 or 6 beers at Titanic. We start walking to the Watsco Center. Where are all the fans? Where are the Metro Rail boys? Oh, it's next Wednesday. Oh, man.
That would be our luck.
We also probably should check our tickets, too. Maybe we decided we just walk in with media passes. I don't know.
I don't want to be wasted.
Chelsea lost to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. 1-0 in extra time. Always a thriller. Speaking of soccer, Inter Miami back in action tonight in Los Angeles against the Galaxy. Kickoff is at 9 o'clock. Got to find a way to watch that game. It's on Apple Plus, and it's not going to be here on 560 WQAM, at least not yet. So, yeah. Messi, come on, let us cover the games, man. We got you. We'll be very positive. Zion Williamson has come to Kevin Love's defense after his foul that caused a stir in the Heat Pelicans game Friday night. Pelicans forward said Love actually helped protect him from his fall. The Heat are in Sacramento tomorrow for a 10 p.m. tip. I don't know. I think this is going to end up being a very successful. It already has been, but we're going to end up being a very successful road trip for the Heat. I think they're going to either beat Sacramento or Denver, and they'll also beat the Blazers. Now, they might lose one to either Sacramento or Denver, but still, that's pretty darn good road trip, especially out on the West Coast.
Well, you're 3-0 already.
You can go
6-0, 5-1,
I say
4-2.
5-1's more realistic, but
5-1 would be good.
I mean, no complaints from me. I wish that one loss would have been to the Pelicans, but nonetheless. Different types of organizations. The Heat, championship class organization. The Pelicans, a little different. I'm not saying they're not classy, but they're not a championship organization. They've been to one Eastern Conference.
So what does that have to do with anything? What is what?
Because it makes a difference when you play the games out. It makes a difference.
Okay, why don't you really say what you want to say? The Pelicans show their toughness.
They always show their toughness.
They're not ready. They're not going to back down from anything.
They don't back down from anybody.
They don't care about your stature and where your place in history. Go ahead. That's what you want to say. You want to pump up your boys. Go ahead.
My boys, the Marlins, they're taking on the Nationals right now. Spring training. Vlad and I aren't going to make it to any spring training games this year.
They won yesterday 9-8. That was a crazy game.
I'll take your word for it. No, I'm serious. It's fun watching the Marlins, but I'm ready for that March 28th, 4 p.m. If you got plans,
I'm going to that game. Tell your peoples. I want tickets.
That's the slogan. If you have plans for that day, skip it. It has a picture of Skip Schumacher.
Yeah, I'm going to get there like at noon.
Yeah, that's how you do it, Vlad.
No, you have to. Last time we left, I left at 1 p.m. for a 4 o'clock first pitch against the Mets. We didn't get there till like 4:40. It was
really?
already the third.
I went to a 12-10.
Oh, the 12-10s are the best
game against the Phillies, and I mean, I got there at like 11:15, and I mean, it's just me and the kids getting off the bus.
Right? No, you have to understand that's different.
It's fun.
at a noon game than it is a 4 p.m.
There's
game
nothing better.
when the kids are getting out of school. There's a school in there right
No.
next to Loan Depot
It was
Park.
camp day. It was during the summer. Camp kids.
Oh, that's different. There's nobody there. This is the first game of the season in March.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, but that's the best, man. So maybe you have a couple from the car on the way to the Loan Depot Park. You get to Loan Depot and they have that little.
You're not
lounge.
driving, by the way, folks. He's not saying to have a couple while you're driving.
No. When you park your car,
okay, yeah.
As you're walking to the
okay,
stadium,
okay.
you got a whole baseball game to sober up. So you walk, you have a few drinks, you get there, you get a beer from that cheap place. You're sitting there next to camp kids, all in their same like uniforms, and you're like at noon, pretty loaded, drinking a beer in front of kids.
That's not good. No, he's not
it's
saying being drunk in front of the kids.
It's not good.
No.
Oh,
what are you, Michael Jackson? What is wrong with you?
What, Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson gets drunk in front of kids?
I don't know. He. I don't know.
Jalen Phillips, just 3 months removed from his Achilles injury, was at the Dolphins' 14th annual cancer challenge yesterday and spoke with media saying there is no official timeline for his return, but he is not walking with a brace, and he says rehab is going smooth. He hopes that he can return for the beginning of the 2024 season. Well, if you ever watched Bad Santa, hope in one hand, something else in the other, and see which one fills up first. There's no way Jalen Phillips is going to be the play in the opening game for the Dolphins. I wouldn't feel comfortable with it.
That's crazy if he did.
And real quick, Vlad, this is not a shot. I'm just simply stating this. The Celtics won their 8th straight, defeating the Knicks last night, 116-102. They are 45-12 and 8 games up on second place in the East, Cleveland. The Celtics team is very, very good.
Oh, it's not a shot. This is a very good team.
I just want to say that because as a,
and I have to take some things back, Kuzin.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I can't make fun of Coach anymore, man. They
Missoula?
actually listen to him, man, and like they actually respect him. Like they love it. They said he likes being uncomfortable, so he likes making them uncomfortable, and they're starting to accept being uncomfortable. That's not good to me.
It does seem as though Missoula has grown a little more this year, and let's be honest. Last year he was thrown into it. Ime Udoka got into his trouble. They named him the head coach. He said it was the first time in his career people actually listened to him because he'd always been kind of an assistant, and it's always got to come from the head coach. He said it took him a while to adjust to that, but it seems like, man, 45-12. I mean, that's 5 games better than the Timberwolves, who have the second best record in the NBA, 40-17. Celtics team, they're big time during the regular season. Let's see what happens in the postseason. Right now, let's see what happens in the day spa. A woman in Mumbai, India, is annoying passengers on the subway because she's dancing inside the subway train instead of outside in the terminal. I don't know, Vlad.
I mean, the subway, if you're inside the terminals, there's not enough space. So if you're dancing, you know.
I don't mind a ride in a show. I'll throw $1. I'll holler for $1.
I mean, it depends who's dancing.
No, she's not bad. She's not bad.
Oh, she's not?
She's not a bad one, but she's not bad. Look, if I'm on the subway train, I don't know how it is in New York City. I mean, I've been on the trains in New York City. I know in the L in Chicago, they have guys and girls that come and like dance and sing and perform in the train. That's awesome. I'm riding. I got nothing else to do. I'll watch. If it's good, I'll throw some dollar bills your way. I don't mind it. Do you?
If I'm standing, don't dance next to me, man. If I'm sitting, don't dance next to me.
I'm from a city full of street performers. Miami needs more of that.
Dude,
man.
I'm from where the train station is, man. I see all type of craziness. I see people.
You don't like the music?
Listen, I've seen people do breakdancing, and they okay, cool, but they got space, but they got a routine going on. I don't want some rando just dancing because she's feeling the need of the music.
Look,
out of here.
Don't judge me, but I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bump and grind. Wait a second. Maybe not the best quote.
I don't know. This is your best segment here, man. You're singing R. Kelly words, lyrics, and you were talking about getting drunk in front of kids. Not a good segment for you. We're going to have to go to break now.
We'll try to redeem myself on the other side of this break. Talk a little NIL on 560 WQAM.
24/7.
It's professional sports. Let's call it what it is. Guys are getting paid to play. But it's professional sports without any restrictions really whatsoever on the player. They can take money to go to a school and it doesn't work out for them. They can leave the next year, go to another school and take money from that school as well. So that's really what Jay is saying. You want to put something in place where there's a contract between the player and the university, where there's a buyout if they want to go, and it's a negotiated contract. I think actually that probably makes the most sense to get this. It'll never be fully under control, and I don't know actually where this is headed.
ESPN's Tim Legler making a comment on the state of the NIL in college sports. It really is the wild, wild west nowadays. He echoing the sentiments of many people saying that they should just treat it like professional sports, make contracts. You have to fulfill this, this, and this to get this, this, and this, or else we buy out, or else you get nothing, or else you have to live out to this contract. A lot of people want that. And Vlad, I've known a lot of players, and I don't know if there's been a lot of them here in Miami, but that have signed NIL deals, maybe not played very much, maybe not played any at all, and still made the money. But then again, that was the deal. What is NIL going to look like going forward? Is there going to be a regulatory board? Because some people think it's just out of hand. I don't think it's out of hand, but I do see that there might be a need for some contracts, because stop acting like these kids are just college kids. They are college kids.
They've never been college kids, man. They've been paid. Come on, man. They all get.
Well, we know they're getting paid. They've gotten paid, but now it's a deal. Like, is that the future of the NIL? Is there going to be contracts?
Yes.
You have to play 2 years at the University of Miami, a minimum of
2 years. You might as well start giving it to them. Say, like, they're going to go to whatever university is going to give them the most money.
And
it's funny because I think we might talk about this person or play a cut from this person, but Johnny Manziel was on Club Shay Shay, and he was talking about the success that he had, that his father was going to go to A&M and said, hey, we'll stay here for another 2 years at $3 million.
Absolutely. Those deals have always gone on.
Those deals have always been going on. So now the problem with these deals is this. You know what? This is what the player, the athlete, the student holds all the power.
That's good.
Because before it was, we'll offer you this. Now it's who's going to offer me this.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? There's a difference. You know, maybe, back in the days, like using Johnny Manziel as an example, maybe, 2 years, $3 million, that was cool. Now you're going to have to give me out the gate. Before I even step on campus, you're going to have to give me at least $5 million.
We had that issue with Jaden Rashada. He was going to come to the U because our deal was better than Florida's. Florida offered him an even bigger deal. It was obviously a shady deal, but he had already committed to Florida. They let him out of his commitment at Florida because the shady NIL deal, and now he is going to be going to Arizona State as a quarterback where his dad played. That's the state of the NIL. But what I do like about the NIL and the transfer portal is it automatically shifts the power from the university and from the boosters to the student athlete now. They have all the power in the world. Number one, to negotiate a deal legally and make the money. And if they don't like the situation they're in and the money they're in, they can use that threat of leaving or possibly leave. So the power has really shifted to the player. But as a booster,
I get it. But I do understand, though, Dan. Like, all right, man, if I'm giving you money this 1 year,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you money this year. I'm expecting you to, unless every year you're gonna have to, college students are signing 1 year deals now, pretty much now.
Basically, yeah.
And they can transfer.
If I'm a booster, I'm furious. If I make you a $1 million deal,
well, step up your money,
and you never play, and you decide to transfer after that, it's like, I just gave a kid $1 million to do quote unquote, they're advertising for you or doing whatever else and stuff like that. But that's the thing. I don't think boosters forever are just going to keep writing checks. I don't think donors forever are going to write checks. They're going to say, wait a second, let's enter a contract. They're going to hold the feet to the fire because it's happening. Guys, girls are going to universities and either injured or not playing or not doing much, and then leaving right away. And these people are upset. And these people obviously have a lot of money. They're not going to sit there and do it. So I do see the NIL going towards more of a contract or even incentive-based type NIL deal. Or do this. At the completion of the year, we'll put this in a trust where you can get to it, but it's not available to you until that year and these minimum standards are met. I mean, a contract's a contract. You can make a contract out to be whatever you want.
Yeah, but bro, if that's the
Both
case,
parties have to sign.
I want some incentives. If we win if I sign with Ohio State and now we win a Rose Bowl, I mean we win the Big Ten. Bing, that's
Right.
$2 million for me.
So I come to you, Vlad. Now you're a 5-star, big-time recruit, quarterback, athlete. I'm John Ruiz. Let's pretend, or I'm Dan Day. For some reason, I absolutely have got a ton of money, and I want the U to win a national championship. And I go to you, Vlad, and I say, Vlad, I want you to sign with the U. It's a great school. This. You can be a spokesperson for whatever I sponsor. I'm going to pay you $1 million a year to be part of the U. Each year that you play, I'll give you $1 million. What's your response?
That's it.
Well, $1 million. You get a free education. You get room and board. You're making $1 million.
That's it.
Okay, let's do this. We all want to succeed, and I believe you could bring us to the top. You win a national championship, I'll throw in $500,000. For every national championship you win, $500,000. You win, I win, we're all happy. What do you say? Need a pin?
Hey, how's it going there? It's Florida State. How you doing?
Whoa. Hold up. I didn't say that.
How you doing?
I didn't say we're finished. I
Oh.
would like you to sign this paper, right? You're not going to do it? Okay, that's fine. Let's be reasonable. $500,000 incentive to win a national championship. Every national championship you win, another $500,000. You get $1 million no matter what. No matter what, just for simply signing every year, re-signing with us, not transferring. You start, I'll give you an extra $100,000 each year.
So Mike Norvell, how's it going, man? Everything good?
I'm not finished.
Okay.
Finished. You play a minimum 10 games every year, and you win the ACC. That's an extra $300,000.
Yeah, Florida State offered me an extra $750.
So what's it going to take to get you here to the U and stay here for at least a year?
I don't know. The boosters better start paying because these players are going to go where the top dollar is.
So it's become a negotiation.
Yes, because I said this the other day. Dude, these guys can make all their money without ever having to enter an NFL field, or NFL stadium or a practice facility. Because if you're think about it, if you're getting NIL deals and you're getting 7 figures right now as a freshman, say you do 3 years, you're probably leaving there with at least more than $5 to $6 million.
And you're getting a free education.
And you're getting a free education and you're getting room and board.
Let's not overlook that. This is something that's forgotten in the NIL deal.
That's the
thing. All-important higher education that you're getting.
Well, I mean, yeah, but some of these players may never play in the NFL, but because of their recruiting status and the talent that they were in high school, they can make a lot of money in college. And that's why a lot of them don't leave college.
Why would you?
We saw that yesterday. Like I've never seen this much people going back to. I've never seen people always wanted to leave college. Now people want to stay in college for more years than the floor.
You and I said the NIL is really going to help college basketball, and it has done that. It's going to make college basketball stronger. Not only are players willing to stick around a little bit longer, but also the NBA is thinking about getting rid of their Ignite program, the developmental program. Remember that they were implementing for the G League, where you could graduate from high school.
Well, the NIL
for a year or two. They're starting to be like, you know what? We're not going to mess with that because it's basically the same thing. And these guys are getting college girls because WNBA and NBA is good college education. Look no further than LSU and Tennessee playing right now. Angel Reese, biggest star in America after she won the national championship, straight up said, I'm not going to the WNBA because I'm taking a pay cut if I go to the WNBA.
That's nasty work.
There you go. The NIL works, at least for the athlete. And I mean, look, you and I have said this before, Vlad. Who are we to tell rich people how to spend their money? If somebody wants to spend $1 million to keep Angel Reese on campus, that's their business. That's their money. No, if you have $1 million, you should be doing this. Do you like people telling you what to do with your money?
No, I don't like people telling me anything to do.
I don't even like going to Whole Foods and picking up groceries, but that's beside the point.
You're really dreading going to Whole Foods, aren't you?
And man, it's a gauntlet, man. Around here, the police try to stop. You have to come to like complete stops at the stop signs. You don't even try to run red lights. It's a mess. But nonetheless, we're getting off the point. It's a negotiation now, and the player now has more power in the negotiating. And you can do it year to year, although unless you sign like a 4-year contract, of course. But yeah, Johnny Manziel said, now Johnny Manziel, there's some holes in his story. My dad went behind my back without me knowing. I had no clue that he did this, but he promised
He could have done that.
Kevin Sumlin that I would stick around another 2 years.
He could have done that.
$3 million. Well, then how does Johnny Manziel know to stick around for another 2 years if he never
No,
did that?
Johnny didn't know that his dad wanted to do that, but he did. He's not mad at his dad playing the
But
game.
I'm saying, like, I'm pretty sure that they talked and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna go to them and say for $3 million.
I don't know. He might have gone to them, but he might have just figured.
So what?
Because the kid was just partying so much that he'd be,
So did he figure that he could just talk his son into sticking around an extra 2 years, even if he wanted to go to the NFL?
Well, he couldn't. That was his freshman year.
It was his freshman year?
That was his freshman year when he won the Heisman.
Right.
So he had another 2 years to stay.
And there was no transfer portal back then.
There was no transfer.
So why would
portal.
he have transferred anyway?
He wouldn't have transferred.
So they just wanted money.
Duh.
But I mean, like the promise of him sticking around another 2 years.
Johnny Manziel,
Manziel.
they would have given him that $3 million easily because he was probably worth $300 million to the university.
Yeah, the university after he won. I mean, early on, not even that Alabama
Johnny
game.
Football was so talked about.
They trademarked that Johnny Football phrase.
Right. He was the hottest star in college football, and probably one of the hottest stars in the world. All of sports.
Yeah, in the world, especially that play against Alabama where he got hit and the ball like rattled around in his hands. Then he got it and got himself together and threw it down the field, and they beat Alabama. Got him a Heisman Trophy.
Yes, sir.
I don't mind it. I really don't mind it, Vlad, at all. You know, people saying NIL's killing the sport. I don't see how it's killing anything.
They don't want to see the young get paid, man. That's what it is.
So we should go back to the terrible dark days of kids signing their lives away and
pretty much
sitting in dorm rooms and they get free room and board and education, and the university making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars and not giving a penny.
I love it when the status quo is changed.
Millions and millions and millions of dollars.
I love when the status quo is changed. And
don't worry, your season tickets aren't going to be cheaper no matter what.
And now they're showing that they really, if it wasn't for that, they weren't really that good. Minus Saban, of course. But you see with Dabo's about to follow Saban in 2 years.
Dabo is about as dumb as they get. If you don't want to be, we want loyalty. Right. What, you got to adjust. That's when I saw that, I just.
And he's younger. See, with Nick, I can understand. He's been doing it for a while. He understands the game, but does he really want to waste these years on trying to play the game? He's good. I swear he probably would have retired after this national title if they won the national title this year. They got to the playoffs what was supposed to be a down year. They got in. He good. His name is certified. He's certified and verified. But these other people now, when you see Chip Kelly, when you see these guys rather be offensive coordinators in the NFL instead of being head coaches, that means they can't play the game no more.
Chip Kelly would rather be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State than the head coach at UCLA.
They can't play the game no more.
Whew.
Or
he said he wanted to recruit. He wanted to be hands-on and coach a position more.
Yeah, no, they can't play the game no more, or the university don't have the funds to go against the bigger dogs.
Interesting you brought up Johnny Manziel. He wilded out the other day. He said some things. We're going to get into some nay or day, whether we're thumbs up or thumbs down on it next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Back at you on Sports Day 560 WQAM weekends from noon to 4 with Michael Zan, Vladimir Lewis. So I am Dan Day. Right now, going to run through some of the things that kind of caught our ear over the past week and give you a nay, which is a thumbs down, or a day, which is a thumbs up. I told you, Vlad, Johnny Football, wilding out, uncensored, cannot be tamed, just talking. Talked about his dad having a bag man, making deals with Kevin Sumlin, getting that bag. He also talked about another bag that he was into.
I was 210 pounds when I left Cleveland. I was 170 pounds sitting in Vegas that August, that September, October, whatever it was later in that year. How you lose 40 pounds? You're on a strict diet of blow.
Go on ahead, Vlad. Nay or day.
That's a nay. Come on, man. You can't be in a strict diet of blow.
Oh,
You gotta leave the toot alone, man. Get out of here, bro. You can't be doing toot all summer.
He was in Vegas. He had a lot of money. He's flush with cash.
And
he's trying not to drink.
You're going to drink.
Yeah, you are. That's a day for me because he's just being honest.
No, it's not. I don't care if he's being honest. That's a nay. Come on, man. You can't be doing toot all day, bro.
Oh, heavy diet, man.
Yeah, heavy diet. Jeez. That man was like cocaine Aggie.
Like Pusha T, a mound to pitch from. Now, once again, we do not condone, if you want to lose weight, doing a steady diet or a heavy diet of cocaine, especially down here in South Florida, because, we all know South Florida. But nonetheless, I like his honesty. I like his candor. I just like the idea of Johnny Manziel being a hot mess, just taut skin on his face, just kind of just coked out of his mind.
Why do you want to picture that?
Because it's just in Vegas, it's just crazy, man. Fear and loathing, man. Fear and loathing in Vegas. Just squandering. Squandering his career. A lot of people saying that Zion Williamson squandering his career for the opposite of doing a lot of blow and losing a lot of weight. Stephen A. Smith said that he needs to stop being so buddy-buddy with chefs in NOLA.
Zion Williamson, it's not about his game. It's about how many burgers he's eating and whether or not he's going to be in shape, or is he going to keep eating McDonald's and have chefs clamoring for him to come to their restaurants. That's what he has to prove, that the chefs don't love him any longer, okay? That he's committed to playing basketball and being in shape. Outside of that, you look at New Orleans and you say to yourself, okay, they can have a chance, but you don't know about it.
I'm all there on that.
Pretty self-explanatory, of course. Don't really have to tell you what Stephen A. was saying there. Basically,
he's fat. Stop eating.
The man's in shape, man.
He ain't in shape. He's fat.
He's built big.
He's fat.
Okay, now before I give you my nay or day, Stephen A. further explained his comments, no fat shaming here, but kind of explained what he meant when he said the whole burgers and having friends with chefs and doing everything like that.
Gordo Williamson.
Over the weekend on my podcast, Stephen A. Smith Show, certainly on First Take, I said that Zion Williamson looked fat. I meant it. I'm not stuttering. Zion Williamson, if you're listening, you're welcome. Because you said if somebody is saying it to you because they're rooting for you and they want it and it's coming from a good place because they want you to succeed, then thank you. It's exactly what I was doing. Your talent is great. It's not good. It's great. You are holding the championship aspirations of the New Orleans Pelicans in your hands. I'm not absolving them. They could do a better job with you. They could do a better job with a lot of things as an organization in New Orleans. But that does not absolve you from looking and being out of shape. When I talked about folks said you eat the table or chefs looking at you, I was not joking, nor was I making it up. What I was saying is that's what they're saying about you behind your back.
I don't know if they're saying it behind your back. They're kind of saying it to his face all the time. Whew, that's an unravel right there.
He's right.
A lot of love for Zion Williamson, first of all.
He's
You're
a
not
pata.
good. You're great, yeah. You're great. Not good. But if you don't get this thing under control and if you don't get serious, you're not going to be that. Says he comes from a place of love. He said that he has sources that say he goes to all these restaurants in New Orleans and is best friends with the chefs and he eats the table.
He's living wild. He's living young and reckless, bro. We know what he did over the summer.
Well, hey, why isn't he known for that more? That's what I want to be known for.
He likes eating.
No, it wasn't just about eating.
Yeah.
He had an appetite, all right.
You can eat.
Nothing wrong with that.
You can eat.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. Why do we have all these videos of? Is he eating in back rooms and hidden and no social media?
He's eating in every room.
His counterpart, John Morant, can't do anything without having it video splashed all over the place with guns and all types of other craziness. Zion apparently is running around New Orleans, the French Quarter, the CBD, Uptown, Bywater, and just he's going on. Kim Mulkey, stop.
I don't like the jacket.
Oh, Kim Mulkey just is wilding.
I don't like the jacket. I like the pants. I like the pink. I don't like the lime green.
The fuzzies on the lime green. Okay. Zion. I mean, I understand we all have our addictions. We all have our problems. But, man, this money, this is the fate of a team, your teammates, a city. This is, you can't get help. Look, if I had an addiction problem, and I wanted to get better. Maybe he doesn't want to get better. Now that's something we have to worry about. Does he want to get better? Or is he just that addicted to food and loves it that much? I'll give it a day. Because Stephen A seems like he genuinely cares. I really don't think.
Oh, I'm all day on this one.
I don't think Stephen A is really taking shots. I don't think Stephen A is really trying to get clicks. I really think Stephen A cares right here and wants what's best for Zion Williamson. I want what's best for Zion Williamson. Vlad, you should probably want what's best for Zion Williamson.
I do.
You know why?
Why?
Because he wants to be for the Knicks, bro. He's already
whatever, bro.
If you guys get the best version of Zion Williamson, I'm gonna be so upset.
Well, he would have to be the best version of himself.
It's just God, man.
He's a patat.
I know, but there's things you can do. Like just go to LeBron James. LeBron's very open and very helpful. Say, man, I need help. You're the guy that can put me in touch with the staff. I've already said I want to model my workouts like yours.
Dude, your general manager is David Griffin, who was the general manager of the Cleveland
LeBron
Cavaliers and LeBron James. Come on, man. Like, I don't.
He seems like he's just kind of young, immature. And like we all, when we're young and immature, and not when we're older like now, think we can handle it. We got this. I can do it.
You can tell he has nobody to tell him no.
He needs some people. He needs some people that look out for not themselves, but for him and themselves. Scary to think that Zion is eating his way out of the league, but I don't think it's gotten to that point. But it's not a good sign that he gets in trouble. He gets into these situations, and there doesn't seem to be good people around him. But yeah, I give Stephen A day. I think Stephen A really is looking out for that young man, and what's good for Zion, it's good for me, just because he's a good person. Duke graduate, plays for the Pelicans. Got to stay healthy. Got to stay in shape. So, LeBron, go ahead. Help this man out. Help somebody out. Is that okay?
Enough with Zion.
Let's talk about Damian Lillard. He recently was asked, who is your dream starting five? And you might be interested in the last name that he mentioned.
If you could create your own starting five, what's your team?
It would be me, LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, and I'm going to go with Bam Adebayo.
Huh? What?
Well, first of all, the team would be giving up a lot of points in the backcourt because neither Steph nor Dame could guard anybody. Now, offensively, they would destroy everybody.
Let's also bury the lead.
And of course, he mentioned Bam. Now, if everybody's wondering why he mentioned Giannis, well, he just started playing with Giannis, but apparently he and Bam are really, really good
teammates.
friends. Well, he said dream starting five. You need to say,
Giannis is on a lot of people's dream starting five.
Not really.
Really?
Not really.
Two-time MVP.
And
MVP means you are the best player in the world
for that year, but nobody really looks at him as like one of the greatest players ever. He's not in anybody's top 10 or top 15. Other than think about who he mentioned, right? He mentioned Steph, LeBron, and KD. Okay.
And Bam.
Bam, that's his boy.
We're burying the lead.
The lead is he put his boy in.
Put Bam in there.
He put his boy in.
That he likes playing with Bam, meaning that he wanted to play with Bam.
But guess who? But he doesn't control that.
Only player ever to not get his way. Only player ever to not get his way in the NBA. Not the only, but you know what I mean. Anthony Davis goes to the Pelicans. I have no intention next year of re-signing. I will only play for the Lakers. He ends up at the Lakers.
Hey, man, maybe the Heat don't got the juice like that. They don't got the stroke.
Damian Lillard goes in and says, I only want to play. I will not even show up for other teams.
And Jim Cronin's like, yeah, you think that? Hold my beer. Yeah, I'm sending your ass to Milwaukee.
Then, now, even with Milwaukee, he says, Bam Adebayo is his dream starting five.
That's his boy. I can't knock you, fam. I'm not going to,
I mean, the Heat are doing okay right now. They're pretty good. But
that would be like Dwayne Wade asking him, who's his dream starting five? He's going to be him not putting LeBron. Of course, he's going to put his boy in there.
Bam Adebayo, still in love, even though it's not going to happen at least right now.
Oh, it did happen.
Maybe he's planting some seeds.
It did happen.
And the Team USA?
Team USA in the All-Star game on Sunday. They were teammates.
That's true. They both were knocking down threes.
They were chilling with each other.
They got a lot in common. Man, that would have been such a good partnership right there.
Uh-huh. A lot of good partnerships, if could have happened, but it didn't.
We're going to kill the Trailblazers this week.
No. What if the Blazers beat the Heat? Oh, that'd be funny.
Not that funny.
It'd be funny.
Would it be as funny as Kim Mulkey's outfit right now?
Kim Mulkey's outfit's ridiculous. I love it, but it's ridiculous.
I just saw Inter is up 4-0. I was like, wow, Inter Miami's beating the Galaxy 4-0.
Oh, no, it's Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, Lecce. Okay.
I was about to say, wait a minute, this game started at 10 a.m.? What's wrong with you? I thought you said the game was going to start at 9 p.m.
It is
Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
It was a poorly timed joke. I knew it was Inter Milan, not Miami. But nonetheless, 9 o'clock tonight. I got to find a way to watch this game. Where could you watch it? I know Duffy's Implantation has it. I know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but they got everything. No, they have all the services because they were telling me one time, like, tell everybody the Inter Miami game is going to be on. And I was like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, we got it all. So I'm guessing your sports bars. Trying to think of any place around me. Bob's Your Uncle, no. On the Rocks, no. Maybe Bonchero, which Lionel Messi actually got a Fugaza there the other day. And they might have it. I got a lot of Argentinian places near me. Maybe I'll take a walk at 9. I kind of need to take a walk at 9 o'clock anyway, Vlad.
Why do you have to take a walk at 9 o'clock?
Why do guys go take walks? Why do you think?
Oh, they girl kicked them out.
No, clear their mind, man. You just gotta clear your mind. You know, Vlad. Sometimes you're at home and you're like, you need to take a walk, clear my mind.
No,
what you do while
I'm gonna fog up my mind. That's if I'm taking a walk.
Saying. That's when
I'm not clearing up my mind. I'm gonna fog up my mind.
Different terms, same meaning.
No, one you're clear, the other one you're fogged.
Okay, I'm going to fog up and
okay, all right, man. Go ahead.
Just clear me. Can I go on a walk with you? No, it's one of those walks. I gotta go by myself.
No. It's at night. Why are there clouds?
I just want to go see if the Messi game's on. Take a quick peek at it. Oh, it was on. I had to stay there for 4 hours. I didn't know soccer games are 4 hours. Yep, they sure are.
A lot of penalties. No, extra time. A lot of extra time.
Best. Every sporting event lasts 4 hours. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer.
Nah.
That way you always got 4 hours.
Nah, you gotta make it longer than that. Yeah, I tailgate it. You gotta tailgate.
No, I'm talking about just to watch it.
Oh, to watch. Okay.
No, actually, when I go to football games, it's probably more than 4 hours. I mean, you get there for a Dolphins game probably about like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you don't leave till 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Yeah. That's how you do it.
I bet you Kim Mulkey smells like decaf and muffins. Cinnamon muffins.
I was gonna say like a very, very expensive French perfume, but
maybe. Nah, she looks like she rocks some what's an old perfume?
Chanel No. 5?
Was it diamonds? Did somebody have diamonds? Somebody wore diamonds. She probably wears that.
See, I could see like you're at the
cigarettes
LSU Athletic Administration building right outside Tiger Stadium, and you hear her just like throwing stuff, yelling, screaming. She walks out with a cup of coffee and what do you want to call it? A cigarette long hanging out of her mouth. Like,
definitely a long.
I'm going to take a break. Don't bother me. And everybody's like, oh.
I love that. I love it. I wouldn't bother.
We're not going to go any deeper than that, Black, because I know what you're thinking.
I wouldn't even bother.
We're going to come back and catch you up. LSU is winning by 14 right now against Tennessee. More headlines next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Listen.
Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
A week ago, Rip Pitino absolutely ripped individuals and his entire St. John's team, saying it's the most unenjoyable experience he's ever had in college basketball. At the time I watched that, Vlad, I watched the game. I watched them blow the lead, which apparently they have a problem doing. And the way Rick Pitino acted, I said, unclassy, terrible job. These players are going to quit on him. They have won
2 in a row,
including they beat number 15 they beat Creighton, who just beat number 1 UConn. Shows how much I know and shows how much Rick Pitino knows.
Yeah, Rick Pitino knows his team.
I really thought they would quit on him. If somebody said that about me, I would quit on them, but no. Rick Pitino, once again, that is why he is a legendary coach, and that is why I am not. Congratulations to St. John's, by the way, defeating number 15 Creighton, who just beat number 1 UConn earlier this week. Rick Pitino, good job. Give credit where credit's due. Called out players by name. Brought up that he had a better time at the Celtics, even though they lost with the Celtics. Said a lot of weird, crazy things. Did apologize, though. To Rick Pitino's credit, he did come back after they won the next game in midweek. Said he talked to his wife after the game and realized that maybe he said some things that were not the best for coaches. Like, I should have said more coach talk stuff. But I mean, to your credit, we all make mistakes. And now I'm going to defend Rick Pitino because we all make mistakes. You realize your mistake. You move on from it, and now they've won 2 in a row. Like I said, defeating number 15 Creighton earlier today, pretty badly too. It was double digits. It was something like 80-68 or something like that. So now we've got FAU playing Memphis. Oh man, FAU is losing now 7-8.
I guess LSU women's won.
They must have because they took it off. LSU's women were up by like 16 going towards the end right there, but hoping FAU gets it together. We know it's going to be probably a high-scoring affair because Memphis doesn't play a lot of defense. At least not lately. They haven't. So
neither has FAU late.
They won their last game 80-76 against SMU. So yeah. So SMU blew out Memphis Sunday by 40 and then lost by 4 midweek to Florida Atlantic. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's get to these headlines, get things going here. During the 2:00 hour of Sports Day, another win for the Panthers, this time overtime against the Capitals. 3-2. Carter Verhaeghe got a late goal in the third to tie it. Gustav Forsling, he's not injured, although he left the previous game with an injury. He got the game winner in overtime. The Cats, they host the Sabres Tuesday, 7:00, Amerant Bank Arena. Let's go. Very excited.
Tuesday, huh? Oh, I'm doing the game.
Tuesday, 7:00. It's going to be exciting. Good times. Canes baseball team lost 4-2 to Long Island yesterday. They got a rubber match going on right now at Marklight Field against those Long Island University Islanders. I don't know if that's their official name.
Stop, man. Why don't you just look up their name? It's not the Long Island University Islanders. That'd be horrible.
I would want it. It's a private university, just to keep that in mind. They're the Sharks.
Well, at least you know what? I'll give you credit. It had something to do with an island. Sharks are around islands, aren't they?
Yeah, sharks are around islands.
You know what? You see how I look out for you, Kuzin? Threw out a life raft for you. You weren't that far off.
I don't know if
but you were off.
Islanders or Sharks is better. I don't know.
Sharks, man, they sound threatening. They sound frightening. I'm scared.
Does anyone fear a team's mascot? You're like, oh crap!
Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Yes, you're afraid of Bevo.
Bevo?
The buffalo?
No. I'm talking about just what the name of the mascot is.
Oh.
Like, they're the Hornets? Oh, I hate Hornets.
No, bro. Every damn team is a Wildcat.
Tigers.
Dude, there's nothing funnier when it's like the Arizona Wildcats versus the Kentucky Wildcats. It's just a bunch of Wildcats.
Yeah, a lot of Tigers, too. LSU
Tigers. A lot of Tigers.
Missouri Tigers. That's all just the SEC.
Panthers.
A lot in the SEC.
There's a lot. They love stealing from the feline community.
It is true. I don't understand what felines. I guess they're kind of athletic and mobile, and they're predators sometimes. I don't know. Predators. Best mascot. University of California.
What's a Ute?
Yeah, it's a Ute. What's my favorite all-time college mascot is the University of California Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
It's a bunch of banana slugs?
The banana slugs. That's college. I mean,
Stanford's a damn tree.
It is a tree. It is a cardinal. Cardinal. Not quite.
Cardinal.
No, I mean the minor league baseball blows everybody away when it comes to mascots. Like,
nah, they don't come any funnier than
New Orleans had
mascots.
the baby cakes, which was awesome. They got the trash pandas. It's somewhere in like Birmingham or something like that. They got some good names. You just go down the list. I mean, they're great. The Heat is a good one. Miami's actually got very good mascots.
Miami,
it's got a lot to do with the Miami Dolphin.
I just give Miami respect because they're one of the few teams nicknames that doesn't end with an S.
S. The Heat being you got the Heat,
the Marlins, and the Magic.
Yep, Marlins make a lot of sense. The Hurricanes, that make a lot of sense. FAU Owls, aren't there owls all over campus or something like that?
I think it makes sense.
There. I mean,
I wasn't talking to owls.
Panthers are Panthers because there's Florida Panthers all over the place. Well, I mean, when I say all over the place, there are Florida Panthers. Maybe not all over the place because then they'd be crawling everywhere.
Time for my shameless Celsius plug right now.
Drink it. Are you drinking fruit punch?
Yeah, bro. They got the sparkling fruit punch edition. And anything that's grape fruit punch or strawberry, anything of that, the brother's gonna drink.
Fruit punch, yeah, we talked about this last
grape, orange, anything that's flavored.
You can actually go to our Instagram page and go back about a week where you and I talk about how we walk through this neighborhood and there's nothing but Prestige and Guinness bottle caps on the ground.
Well, this is good.
So when you're not talking about alcohol, yes, fruit punch is very prevalent in certain communities. Then there's certain communities that barely ever touch fruit punch. Like Big Lynn, she'll drink it, but she ain't huge on it, I love it all.
Sergey put Carolina Hurricanes or unoriginal bums. They're nicknamed thieves. That is true. Why did Carolina take the Hurricanes?
Because Hurricanes hit the Carolinas, Vlad.
Not as much as they hit Florida.
I've lived here 5 years and we've never been hit by a hurricane. Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. It's more like 6 years, and we've never really been hit by a hurricane, at least here in Miami. No, Florida, the state of Florida. Yeah, of course. We stick ourselves out there.
It's good to be on the bottom.
Oh, man. Canes men's basketball team, they're a mess like a hurricane. 6 in a row they've lost.
Terrible, man.
Georgia Tech beat them 80-76.
And Georgia Tech's not even that good.
No, Georgia Tech's not. They finished the season tomorrow, 7 o'clock, North Carolina. Then they get a week and a half off. Not this Wednesday, but the next. They host Boston College. Then not this Saturday, but the next, Florida State. Goodness gracious.
I'm going to go to the final home game of the year.
That's going to be Boston College. That is going to be a Saturday, and you're going to be working. So
no, that's Wednesday.
Okay, then you might not be working.
Yeah, I already looked at the schedule. I'll be going to that game.
Chelsea lost to Liverpool 1-0 extra time. English Carabao Cup.
Is UM playing that day too? The baseball team?
Oh, that'd be a nice little 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, nice little 1-2, 1-2.
Inter Miami back in action tonight. LA Galaxy in Los Angeles.
So the most expensive ticket. Mm-hmm. This is more expensive than the Super Bowl?
Could be.
Get out of here.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. The second game of the MLS season between the LA Galaxy and Inter Miami is
according to let's give
the Daily Mirror,
the Daily Mail.
Oh, Daily Mail,
Mail Online. So we're not making this up. dailymail.co.uk. It's a British site. $790,000. Maybe there's an extra zero in there that's not supposed to be. Maybe that's a typo. It seems like a typo, but
it might be 79,000.
79 sounds ridiculous.
It still sounds ridiculous, but at least more acceptable,
more believable. I'm posting this on my x.com, man, because I don't want anybody coming back on me and being like, Dan, you're giving erroneous information to people. Or maybe someone will jump on that knows what they're talking about and be like, no, or Thomas Rongen might read it and be like, Dan, no, that's not right. I'm just, saying stuff like that. So I'm post it right now. Therefore, I am legally covered.
790,000 just to watch a 36-year-old man play soccer. What a time to be alive.
All right.
What a time to be alive. That's crazy.
We're going to get into Lionel Messi. He's got an interesting season with Inter Miami, which could be
here's a question.
Last.
Is there any athlete or musician that you'll be willing to spend top money for to see?
Looking at this picture of Olivia Rodrigo right now makes me want to spend top dollar to spend time with her.
I didn't say you'd spend time with her.
I mean, in a concert. I love her music too, but
this guy.
You don't like Olivia Rodrigo?
I know, but you're taking it levels. I'm just saying we're sticking to the question that's being asked.
If Kurt Cobain came back from the dead and Nirvana reunited, yes, I'd pay a lot of money for that. But that would also be partially because I would like to see somebody come back from the dead and play music. That'd be interesting. No, man, I don't spend money hardly on anything, man. Like
we got a text
except for that meal last night, which I spent a lot of money on, man.
Oh, there you go. We got a text from 310. Carolina stole 2 Miami nicknames, Hurricanes and Panthers.
Yeah, there you go.
Are there Panthers in in Carolina there, Mr. Carolina?
Yeah, they do. They have Panthers everywhere, all across the USA. Didn't say what type. I'm just saying there's some type of Panther. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, I don't want to get too deep into that. Zion Williamson, whether you think he's out of shape or not, he has come to Kevin Love's defense. He said he helped him break his fall the other night, even though the little scuffle came from it. Nonetheless, the Heat onward and upward. Sacramento tomorrow, 10 o'clock tip right here on 560 WQAM.
I'm happy that Zion did, say that, but
he didn't seem to take exception at the time. Even.
But I would have just
called
kept.
A foul.
I kind of would have kept that to myself because, you saying that, and then what proceeded afterwards.
That was Najee Marshall that wanted to get
right, which means it's like no, Kevin Love didn't. He didn't cause me no harm. He wasn't trying to hurt me. Then why did everybody else feel?
Well, he didn't want to besmirch Kevin Love's good name. He didn't want to do that. I mean, I think it's
besmirch. He wasn't fouled. Nobody.
I think it's a classy move though to say, "Hey, look,
it's classy, but it's sometimes some class doesn't have to be spoken."
I thought it was the right thing to do. I thought it was a good move. I respect him for what he did. I think as a Heat fan and as a Pelicans fan, I'm happy that he did it. I think it's the right thing to do. It's boys being boys, except for when Jose Alvarado sucker punched Thomas Bryant. And then Alejandro Solana took a shot at New Orleans. I don't know why he did that.
What did Solana say?
Well, he kept making fun of Cafe Du Monde and stuff like that.
Oh, he tried. You know what? I love our boy, but sometimes he likes to take shots at other places.
He's part of the team.
No, not only that, but for example, it's like this. Say that an area or a city or a region is known for a particular food and you can get it here. He'll say that, oh, I can get it here. It's way better than what like the baguettes. The baguettes at Publix are better than the baguettes in France.
Okay. I wish I could get beignets down here in South Florida.
You can't, can you?
I've never found them. Of course, I haven't gone looking. That's another thing. Like, I don't need deep fried dough in a pound of powdered sugar in my life that much. The Marlins and the Nationals, though, they're sweet. You can find them up in Jupiter, some spring training baseball right now. Marlins lead 2-0 in the third. So
nice.
Yeah, no, man. If you can go undefeated in the spring training, that'll mean absolutely nothing. Jalen Phillips, he's just 3 months removed from that Achilles injury. He was at the Dolphins' 14th annual Cancer Challenge yesterday, spoke with the media saying there is no official timetable for his return. He is not walking with a brace. His rehab is going smoothly, and he hopes to basically return in 2024 at some point in the season. His dream would be at the very beginning of the season, more realistically, middle to the end, I would say. Don't want to rush him back. FAU now leading Memphis 13-10 with 13 minutes left in the first half. So that's good. That's really good. With something being good, it is time to be good in the day spa. Okay, Vlad, I'm going to ask you a few questions, kind of preface this. Are you a thrill seeker roller coaster rider?
No.
Okay. Do you like Disney?
Not really.
Do you like Universal Studios? I guess probably not either because it's kind of part of Disney.
It's meh.
Do you like Harry Potter?
No.
Okay, so you're going to love this story. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure at Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Orlando.
First of all, I hate it. That's just too many words just to tell me about a damn ride.
It's said to be so intense that it's giving people panic attacks while riding it.
So intense? Well, I like intense. You know what? I might ride it and laugh and enjoy myself just to laugh at everybody. Nah, get out of here. It's just a damn roller coaster.
You know what probably gives more people panic attacks than roller coasters at Disney?
What's that?
Prices for their food. $18 hot dog. $7 soda. Dude, I've been to Disney once. And that was one too many times for me. Now I know a lot of people love.
You don't like Disney?
No.
Oh, that's why you my cousin, bro. That's why we cousins. Yo, I'm not a big
I'm
Disney
not gonna
fan.
hide it. I don't like Disney. I went one time, and my mom, my whole childhood, Big Lynn, take us to Disney. That's not what we do. That's not. You hate us. You do this. I go one time, and I was like, wow, good thing my mom never took me here.
I proposed that date at Disney. Big mistake, bro.
What?
I know. I didn't. Well, you know what? It was a big mistake.
You get caught up in the moment?
Yeah.
Wow. Then you should really hate Disney.
No, I mean she said yes, but you know, but
Well,
nonetheless,
yeah,
but nonetheless,
that led you down a good
but
road.
yeah, nonetheless, it's still. I still hate Disney. It's not that fun.
It's not for me.
It's not fun for
overpriced.
me.
It's nothing really to do. There's long lines. There's kids and people, and it's not even the kids that bother me. It's the dumb adults walking around like mopeds, man. Like,
who cares about kids like happiness, man?
Yeah,
who cares?
You give a kid a box and they have a
kids
time
will be happy with anything, bro.
Big
They're
Lynn
just dumb kids.
Used to go to Sears and ask for an empty refrigerator box, and it gave me 3 days of happiness.
There you go.
And the reason it didn't give me more is because I busted it up after 3 days from playing in it so much.
You're a kid.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hagrid's
Disney.
Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure at Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Orlando. Okay.
They better have a bar with all those with that type of name.
You want that $38 rum and coke?
That's the thing. They know how to get the people now. That's why they're offering alcohol. Before they weren't offering alcohol. Then all of a sudden now they're offering alcohol for the parents because the parents need the drinks, man. Either that or gummies.
The price is ridiculous. Yeah, I just sneak gummies into the park, man. I wouldn't pay those prices, man. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. But have you ever ridden one of those really intense roller coasters?
Yeah, I don't mess with roller coasters.
Dude,
man.
I rode on one in Magic Mountain, Valencia, California. You lived in that area.
Yeah.
So you know, that's the most intense roller coasters in America, like collection of them. So first ride, X2. It's supposed to be the most intense. It's gonna be awesome. As you're waiting in line, you see everybody coming in, and usually when people finish up with a roller coaster, oh yeah, they all have this real serious look on their face. And I said, why is everybody all serious? Like, well, I think it kind of stops earlier, so they finished celebrating at this point. No, they were holding on for dear life. My shoes almost came off on the ride, Vlad. I had to curl my toes to keep my shoes on. It was so intense. Like, dude, if you're over 50, you might have had a heart attack on that thing. That's not fun. I like a little, life or death here and there, but that's not fun.
I'm a control freak. I can't have somebody controlling the speed of of the roller coaster and then stopping it when I'm upside down and I gotta, you're not doing that to me. No,
man.
That's not the thrill I'm seeking for.
If you love Disney, you love Disney. That's your thing. There's a lot of things I love that people don't love. People don't love dive bars. I love them. I think they're
Love
great.
dive bars.
You love strip clubs. There's some people that don't love strip
Who
clubs.
doesn't I love TNA.
There's some people that don't love that, Vlad. I don't know. Just saying. See, that don't love that. The Panthers lining up to have a special season, but do they want it to be extra special or just special?
They don't want it to be presidential.
We'll see.
They don't want it to be presidential.
We'll see why next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Panthers having a magical season last night. They get another one in a tight one with the Capitals. Yeah. Looks like they're going to lose 2-1. Carter Verhaeghe, 2-2. Overtime. Gustav Forsling. Think he was injured? Gets the game winner. Pound for pound, in my opinion, the best team in the NHL. Of course, there's some other contenders. Your beloved New York Rangers, winners of 10 in a row. They're definitely the hottest team in the NHL. They have 81 points, one point more than the Panthers.
Leading the Eastern Conference.
Bruins have been consistently at the very top of the Atlantic Division. They have 81 points.
Second in the Eastern Conference.
Canucks all year long have basically been the points leader. They are still the points leader with 82. A lot of people think the Dallas Stars very good with 78 points. And then the Golden Knights, don't forget, they're defending Stanley Cup champions. Nonetheless,
you know what? I think the Rangers and the Panthers need to slow down a little bit.
I was going to say that. Nonetheless, I love the spot the Panthers are in right now.
Yeah, be third. You don't want to win the President's Cup.
Do not want to win the President's Cup. President's Cup winners, especially lately, have been known to make very early exits in the NHL playoffs. So being right there, maybe second in the Atlantic, third overall behind the Rangers and the Bruins, beautiful. You still get the home ice. You can win on the road anyway, so you're not really worried about home and away, but you like an easier path. You like a little more home games for the fans. You like all the excitement right where you want to be. You don't have to really worry about the Western Conference until you get to the finals and the Canucks and the Stars and the Golden Knights. The Oilers have been hot. Well, they've lost 3 in a row recently, but they've got Connor McDavid. They've got some star power. They're fun. You've already whooped up on the Avalanche.
Whooped up on
Tampa Bay.
Whooped it.
I love it. Sabres, you're going to get them next. You're going to take care
of
them. Canadians are going to come on Thursday.
We hate those mother Canucks.
They're terrible, but nonetheless. Right? I mean, as a Panthers fan, you're exactly where you want to be. You don't want to win the President's Cup. You don't even care about winning the Atlantic Division. As long as you have home ice and you're playing the way you're playing now, winning on the road, winning at home, showing that you can blow people out 9-2 against Tampa Bay. Feels good just saying that. Or close games like last night in overtime, 3-2 against the Capitals. You've checked every box, but you do not want to check one box, Vlad. You know that one box you don't want to check.
President's Cup.
You do not want to check the President's Cup. So Boston, New York, Vancouver, Dallas, Golden Knights, battle it out. Do what you got to do. Win that President's Cup. Take that early exit. Take that early exit in the playoffs.
If Vancouver wants it, they can have it. They can have all of it.
Vancouver seems like they're the perfect team for that this year. They're going to have the most points. They're going to win the President's Cup, and then they're going to get bounced in the first or second round of the playoffs. They just have that feel to them, don't they?
They do.
They really do. Like, no one talks about them. It's all about Boston. It's all about the Rangers. It's all about the Panthers.
It's Vancouver, bro. It's on it's on the other side of the coast. Other side of
far west, far northwest.
Far northwest. All right. Far northwest. Nobody's gonna talk.
I've never met a Canucks fan in my life, to be honest with you.
Even TSN doesn't talk about them. Or Sportsnet Canada. They talk about the Maple Leafs, they talk about the Canadians, they'll talk about Winnipeg Jets. But Vancouver
kind of reminds me of East Texas, what they always say. Too Cajun to be country, too country to be Cajun. Kind of in the nowhere.
Vancouver's nice, though.
No, it's supposedly one of the greatest international cities that you can visit.
It is.
My passport was rejected when not rejected. It was expired when I went to Seattle.
It's like West Coast it's like Canadian San Francisco.
I've heard it's fantastic. I'm not knocking the city. I'm not even knocking really the team.
It's just the game. It's just the team.
They have the smell of a team that's about to get bounced. They're going to win the President's Cup.
Very good.
They're
going
to be that sacrificial lamb. Everybody was cheering for the Canucks right now. Everybody's cheering for the Canucks. Come on, guys. Come on. Because they know they have that smell on them of winning the President's Cup and getting bounced early. Panthers, I'm serious. Right now, seriously, if we end up third in the East, a third seed, I'd be more happy than one seed. Absolutely. Now, you might have to face the one seed in the Eastern Conference semifinals. That would be a little bit more of a tougher road, but you got to face them anyway at some point. So, yeah. Beautiful. Rangers, keep winning. Why not? Bruins, stay just ahead of us. Why not? Panthers, honestly, It's not even about y'all. Go home. Do what you got to do. Panthers, just keep being the Panthers. Keep doing what you've done all season long, what you did last night, and I'm cool. The rest of the league, they can do whatever. They can take a hike. Vlad, the Rangers can win out the rest of the regular season. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the Panthers just being the Panthers because I feel as though this, pound for pound, although if you do win out the rest of the regular season, that's pretty darn good. Nonetheless, Panthers, pound for pound, the best team in the National Hockey League.
Hold up. Time out. What am I just seeing right now on my television screen?
Temple and Wichita State play later today in basketball.
No.
Oh.
Look up top.
Oh, there's another Ghostbusters movie coming out.
Hey, yo. Really?
How many revamps and redos and how many times is Eddie
It's not
Murray?
even a revamp. It's the same. It's the old crew. Bill Murray's like 90.
I said Eddie Murphy.
You about to say Ernie Hudson?
I said Eddie Murphy.
You're about to say Ernie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I didn't know Eddie Murphy was in Ghostbusters. Bill Murray. Thank you. Wow. National treasure. I actually went when I was in Austin to the bar Bill Murray supposedly goes behind people and covers their eyes. And when you turn around, he goes, "No one will ever believe you." It's called Shangri-La. It's on the east side of 6th Street. And I was like, man, this could be the greatest day of my life. And it didn't happen, obviously. But even if it did, no one would believe me. I could tell you that, Vlad, and be like, it actually happened to me. You'd be like, come on, bro. Come on. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But nice little dive bar, Shangri-La. East side of 6th Street is the place to be. Unless the weekends, man. I don't know. The weekends are popping on all sides of 6th Street. But no less. Panthers just keep being the Panthers. I think everything's going to be fine, honestly. Bruins, we know what we can do against the Bruins. The Rangers, you guys are hot right now. I'll give you kudos. The Hurricanes.
We're hot right now. We have the most wins out of everybody in the league, bro. What are you talking about? We're hot right now.
We've been hot this season.
We've been hot the most of the season.
Good job. It's good for hockey. The Hurricanes, we know that's a good rivalry. I like the rivalry. I think it brings out the best in all the teams. We also know what happened last year after the Hurricanes and the Panthers met in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Stars, very good team. Not exactly scared of them. The Canucks, we all know what's going to happen to them. Golden Knights, though,
South Florida, we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to have a good time. Once again, it's going to be another great spring postseason of basketball and hockey. And I think we're going to have Rangers, Panthers, Heat, Knicks
playoff series
this spring.
Do the Arizona Coyotes scare you?
Who?
Knicks are a very good team. They do scare me a little bit as the Heat fan.
We have to get healthy, but
I watched that last game in Madison Square Garden. Was it a Sunday afternoon?
Which one?
The one where Jaime was no.
Oh, you talking about the Heat? Oh, that was the Saturday afternoon.
It was a Saturday afternoon game. Jaime was still injured and he got cooked, man. I'm not gonna lie. Jalen Brunson balling. Julius Randle. That's where he got hurt. That's where
Julius that was when Randle got hurt. But this is a different. But the Heat are a different team right now. That was also during the middle of the Heat's losing streak, but they're a different team right now.
But I mean,
seven out there.
The Heat had the Knicks dead to rights, and the Knicks came back and won that first one.
Yeah, but postseason's different, man.
Exactly. But I mean, last year, at least I did have the feeling that the Heat were just a superior team to the Knicks. If they would play this year in the postseason, I would be less confident about saying that the Heat are a superior team to the Knicks. That's not to say they would beat them. This is a better Knicks team than last year. I will say that, Vlad. I feel that way. They play better. They understand themselves better. The system works for them. This Heat team, we're going to see. They look like they're starting to get things together, figure things out. Once again, though, this is the NBA season. Tyler Hero even said, remember, he got hurt the other night. His knee kind of buckled on the court and everything. He said, I just want to make sure I'm healthy for the postseason. Kind of the sentiments of the Heat, but especially Tyler Hero, who we remember missed all the postseason last year.
All right.
Can't have another year, Tyler Hero.
Breaking news.
Oh, what do we? I was going to say, can't have another year of Tyler Hero not playing in the playoffs and us making a long run, because that means goodbye.
All right. The NBA announced the suspensions on Sunday of Jimmy Butler and Pelicans forward Najee Marshall for instigating and engaging in an on-court altercation.
I'm going to guess one game.
Yeah, everybody's got suspended one game.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry. Najee and Butler got suspended for one game.
Yeah, that's
the league suspended Heat center Thomas Bryant and Pelicans guard Jose Alvarado 3 games each for leaving the bench area and entering an on-court altercation. They also suspended Heat forward Nikola Jovic one game for joining the Fracas from the bench.
Well, the Thomas Bryant suspension could probably be like 8 games and we wouldn't miss him, or the rest of the season and we wouldn't miss him.
But damn, you get suspended 3 games and you get sucker punched.
That's the thing. I think Alvarado.
Thomas Bryant's taking the biggest L out of all of this. He's taking the biggest L.
And Jose Alvarado, by the way, I mean, I'm thinking about buying his jersey. I want to get one of those Crescent City red jerseys.
I hate him, but I love him.
I love Jose Alvarado. He's a New Yorker.
But he's an instigator. He's
a little guy.
He gets under your skin. He gets under your skin, and he's unnerving. You saw what he did to Chris Paul, and clearly he doesn't matter. You could be short like Chris Paul or tall like Thomas Bryant.
He'll bring that smoke.
He's gonna bring that smoke to you.
You gotta like Jose Alvarado. I mean, I don't like the sucker punch. Don't get me wrong. And then I do like that afterwards in the walkway to the locker room, he was shadow boxing and
look at that shadow boxing. Oh, come on,
he thinks
he's Hector Macho Camacho.
Little Latin man.
He thought he was New York. Felix Trinidad.
He was excited. He's fired up.
He wanted that smoke.
I don't know if you go after the last guy on the bench.
Well, he went after the 7-footer. And he got a couple punches.
But I think maybe he should have had an extra game added because he threw a sucker punch.
Well, whatever.
And he's a little more valuable to the Pelicans than Thomas Bryant is to the Heat.
Well, the Heat are going to be down 3 men on Sunday, on Monday against Sacramento.
I'm sure Jimmy isn't heartbroken that he has to sit out a game.
I don't know. You don't want to lose games now, bro. Everybody's kind of bundled up in that the middle of the Eastern Conference.
I still think it's the best thing that happened to Jimmy Butler. We'll see.
I think it's the best thing that happened to the Heat team. Like they get their mindset.
Just notice how he talks differently at the end after that game. He talked very much more pointedly, very much more aggressive, very much more focused. Like Pelicans did a favor to the Heat. I'll tell you that right now. Pelicans did you a favor. You can thank me later by buying me beers at whatever establishment you see me at. Not that I had anything to do with it, but I do like the sentiment of you or somebody buying me beers and just, enjoying it. Best thing that happened to the Heat. And they got the win. So it's a win-win. Winner, chicken dinner. There you go. All right. A little something or nothing next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. I mean, slightly won the fight last night.
Now, you know what? That was a good fight. It was a good fight. You went against a veteran, a 33-year-old Nicholas. I don't want to mess up his last name,
for
but
the Flyers. Well, that guy did
the
pull
Slurius.
he pulled Rimpey's jersey over his head and slammed him down to the ground. But
no, I mean, dude, when you put a jersey and you can't see, you're gonna throw him in the ground. But when they got up, somebody was bread and leaking oil, and another person was just 6'7", 241 pounds.
Rimpey got up and was trying to skate away, and the referee was trying to hold him because he was scared he might be wobbly leg. Rimpey looked at him and stuck his tongue out. Went, that's what I want.
I love him. And then you see the Flyer defenseman, the Flyer tough guy. Dude, he's got a red mark on his forehead, and he's leaking oil on right under his eye.
Matthew McConaughey, dazed and confused in that.
I love it, baby. Ooh. By the way, why he's my
that was
new
a
favorite.
nasty ass fight, though. By the way,
why is Matt Rempe my new favorite player? He's played 5 games, and every time he's entered the rink, there's been a fight.
Yeah, he had the old Gordie Howe hat trick: goal, assist,
and a fight. I love it. I love it. I love
do things, man. That's how you do things. Oh, okay. So that's something right there. Matt Rempe.
Matt Rempe, baby. Give me a jersey. I want that.
That dude is huge too, by the way.
Damn, you can't be 6'7", 241. And it ain't no skinny 6'7". He's a wide, like,
he might want to work on his defense a little bit, but that's what he ain't worried about.
I don't think he cares about defense. He
that.
wants to fight. He's gotten in a fight every time he's played a game.
I'm talking about his defense on getting hit in the face.
He's all right.
He wasn't leaking though,
bro. It probably don't. It's like it doesn't bother him.
Yeah,
but when he punches, it bothers. Yo, you could see it.
Homeboy had a huge ass, just red like
welt
on his face. I saw it when I walked in today on like one of the websites. I was like, "Ooh, man, somebody in an orange jersey got their ass."
I love it. I love it. And the Rangers won. I love it.
All right, let's do some more something or nothing. Richard Sherman was arrested, DUI, Washington State. Something or nothing.
That's big something, bro.
Man, when you have that much money, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, man, but God.
Not even that. I mean, I know people are going to say when you have that much money,
you get a service.
Well, to get a service, we all can think about that, and that is a smart thing to do. But what made it bad is because he was on vacation.
Oh,
if you notice something, Undisputed hasn't been on for the past week or so because there was no NBA, so they really had nothing current to talk about, and they were just playing best ofs, which was all NFL content. You're coming back to work Monday, and then now you have this.
I hope it was a bad decision. I hope it's not a Patrick Mahomes Sr. type case where it's a habitual problem where, like, it's like you make a bad decision. We've all made bad decisions in life. If it's like, why were you drinking and driving? Why didn't you get a service? Is it that maybe you have other issues that you're dealing with that are?
I mean, we don't know. He could have been creeping. We don't know. That a lot of
a bad place, bad spot.
A lot to speculate. But the fact of the matter is
it
that
always sucks.
If you look at the last 2 times he's been involved with the Law and Order, the one was I think he was in an argument with his domestic, right, with his girlfriend.
And he admitted he was drunk.
And he was drunk. And then now you have this driving under the influence. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Smart guy, great, very smart guy. Don't let his looks and some of his activities fool you.
What look? Richard is
he went to Stanford. I think
Richard is smart,
academic all-American,
very eloquent, and he can take shots and he can give shots as well. But really good dude.
Yeah,
just unfortunate incident. Hopefully he can get that. He can, get the help he needs because it seems to me that he may have a drinking problem.
If you've been arrested twice for alcohol-related issues, usually, and once again, it could have been the 2 times he drank his life. Usually, there's smoke, there's fire. Nonetheless, we wish the best for Richard Sherman. I liked Richard Sherman when he was a bad guy with the Legion of Boom. I liked him. I thought he was great. I thought he was awesome. So, here's something else that's unfortunate. Duke's Kyle Filipkowski got hurt as the Wake Forest fans rushed the court, and Wake Forest upset win over Duke. Is that something or nothing?
That's a big something. Big something. All other woman. All right, I just had some dancehall vibe, but that's a big it's a big something, bro. He says, and you got to look at it. He said that they purposely was trying to like hit him or target him or make some type of contact with him, and you could. I mean, it's open to discussion if you look at the video. I think that let's get to the bottom situation, Kuzan. Wait for kids, stop. Why do you need to rush the court or the field anymore?
See, I'm
done with it.
I'm
It's
not
done.
old, man.
It's done.
I'm not
It's
going
done.
to Gran
over.
Torino this.
Fam, it's over. It is over because you know what's going to happen. Here's what happens, right? He gets hurt. What if one of the students got hurt?
Caitlin Clark got hit earlier this year.
Okay,
by a girl that ran
so
on the
then
court.
Caitlin Clark, and what's the kid's name? I forgot.
Kyle
Filipowski for Duke. So you're talking about two significant players on two big teams in college basketball. You know, so what? These players they can't afford the security of going to the locker room, being unbothered, unscathed. They can't get that.
Years ago, when Duke got upset by Florida State, Coach K, with like a couple seconds left on the clock, called a timeout and they left the court. And he said, you know what? The game was out of hand. We knew they were going to rush the court for my players' safety. We just left. I don't have a problem with that.
No, but that's a coach who's been there before, who's a vet and knows, understand that. But guess what? It's not the first time Wake Forest had beaten Duke.
Right, and that's not the biggest win where you rushing.
It's not even that's what I'm saying. Rushing the court, it's because they just want the IG pick. They want to be like, oh yeah, I was there, so they could take their photo and you know what I'm saying, and do the selfie and all of that.
Rushing the court, rushing the field. It's the frequency in which it happens.
Well, not only that, the frequency, but you also security can't stop 10 to 12, 13,000 people rushing the court.
One of the biggest thrills in my life, at least when I was younger, was LSU beat Florida when Florida was number 1. Jesse Palmer was one of the quarterbacks. The first time rushing the field was one of the most unbelievable feelings in my life. But it was against number 1 in the nation. It wasn't an ACC regular season game against number 8 or 10 Duke.
And when you're a good team who's going to make the tournament. That's stupid. Listen, man. Listen. Are there levels? Yes. But just so that there is no room for interpretation, just stop rushing.
No, I do like
shoot them.
I do like the rush.
I think security should shoot them.
I like the rush.
If y'all gonna rush, no, because you're rushing. I can't secure these players and coaches getting to the locker room. Somebody might find it as a sucker chance, as a chance to pull a sucker move.
I just don't.
And then what happens? That student pulls a sucker move, and no, because you know what happens when you do a situation like that. You leave malice at the palace. Okay, what if that kid tried to hit Filipowski and Filipowski's like grabbed him and
that's the funny thing.
Beat the living piss out of him.
That's the funny thing. If the player gets hit, it's a safety issue. If the player responds and hits somebody, the player is villainized as the worst person
that's
in
what
the
I'm
world.
saying. No, stop rushing. Stop rushing. Enjoy the game and go.
You rush the court.
Nah, you rush the court, you get rushed.
That's what I'm saying. I say you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
That's what I said. Disrespect.
I would never run onto a court and opposing player pat him on the back or say, I would leave them alone.
Disrespect.
That's not about you.
When you disrespect someone, you cannot dispute or criticize how they react to your disrespect.
Right, exactly. No.
If he decides he wants to grab you and beat you up, so be it.
Should have messed with him.
Right. That's why I say, for no room for interpretation, just don't rush the court. And you know what? Security needs to carry some firearms and be like, yo, y'all come in, I'm letting this off.
So so football too? No rushing the fields?
No rushing. Come on, bro. No,
there is no rushing in baseball. I mean, baseball,
they don't rush.
You don't have these problems.
Soccer, they don't rush. Like,
well,
stop that.
If there's a rush on the field in soccer, something bad is really happening.
No, if they rush, some soccer players gonna beat the.
Well, I'm just saying, like, rowdiness. That means something really.
Well,
bad
there's always
happening.
but come on, man. Like, really?
Okay.
Come on. What do you want to like? What's the enjoyment? Okay, you do it now. What?
It
now
was
what?
One of the thrills of my life.
Now what?
I've rushed the field a couple times because
now
when
what?
I was at LSU, Nick Saban won a bunch of games.
Now what? Okay, now what?
But I mean, your college team has lost to the same college team for 30 straight years. I'm not saying that this was the instance, but you know.
Okay. Still, now what?
Now what? You're on the field. You're rushing. You're around your fans. You're high-fiving. It's a big party. It's just
so you're gonna be doing that leaving the field?
You can do that on the field and off the field.
That's what I'm
the party
saying.
Continues.
It doesn't really matter
It's a
rushing the court
point.
in the field. It doesn't.
Jumping off point.
It doesn't.
All right. Well, we've kind of blown through most of the things, but I got a couple that I really think that are important right now. A man finds out that his sister-in-law has an OnlyFans page, and actually some of the content she made was during a family vacation when she was in a room right next to his. Is that something?
Whoa, that's a big something. Oh, you just hitting with something today. So
yeah, because we're not time anymore.
So a brother-in-law,
yeah,
found out his sister-in-law has an OnlyFans page,
and a lot of the content he recognized was like they were at a family vacation, and she did a lot of the content on the page recently from the room right next to his.
All right. So first of all, he went on that page and
now what do? You can't admit you're looking at OnlyFans to your family. He says he's just avoiding the whole situation. Like he doesn't want to see her anymore.
Well, you've seen enough of her.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, you can't go to her and be like, you're on OnlyFans, or everybody, she's on OnlyFans, because then they're like, why are you on OnlyFans? And then
But then the question is, why did you know that she's on OnlyFans? Who put you on, and why did you?
He said he just came across it.
How did? Well, aren't you married? If you're married, why are you being on OnlyFans?
Nobody said the brother-in-law is married.
Oh, that's okay.
The woman is married.
The woman,
but she's on OnlyFans. You can be married and on OnlyFans. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of craziness going on there.
She wasn't.
Let it be.
Nobody said that she was having sex.
Let it be.
OnlyFans is not only for sex.
No, nah, it's not only for
sex. Remember when we went on my phone the other day and looked at?
I did not go there for. Hey, yo, what are you talking about?
One more. A woman wants to name her daughter after an STD. You know what STD?
Can I guess?
Yeah,
chlamydia.
Yes, very much. Good job. Good job. She says it's a beautiful name. I don't know about you, but I don't find the name chlamydia very pretty.
Hey, yo.
Chlamydia? Why would you want to name your daughter chlamydia? You definitely know nobody's definitely touching her.
Oh, yo, shorty, what's your name? What's your name? What's your game?
Chlamydia. Chlamydia. No. Chlamydia Jones.
I'm out. No, seriously. I'm out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever her last name was Fire. Chlamydia Fire.
I'm about to go holler at this chlamydia, yo.
Yo.
Damn, I wish I had.
What you doing? What you doing?
I wish I had me some chlamydia.
I'm gonna go to the crib and hang out with chlamydia.
I wish I had me some chlamydia, man.
Yo.
Hottest thing on the block, chlamydia.
Yo, she's hot. She's fire.
Everybody wants
chlamydia.
Everybody wants chlamydia.
Stop your line. You telling me you ain't gonna smash chlamydia? Come on, you ain't gonna holler at chlamydia?
Dude,
that is terrible.
What I would do for some chlamydia.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
She burns me up, man. Burns
yo,
me
chlamydia got me heated again. Yo, what's wrong with her?
I could do this all day.
Oh my God.
Let's take a break. It's 560 WQAM.
Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
The suspensions have been handed out for the Mardi Gras Mambo in New Orleans that happened on Friday.
Is that what we're
night.
calling it? The Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras Mambo, a little second line, you know. Jimmy Butler, Najee Marshall, they get 1 game. Jose Alvarado, Thomas Bryant, 3 games. Nikola
Damn.
Jovic, for basically just yelling, got suspended a game.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think these players understand the rules, or is this something that's told to them, or they don't
care.
know, or because he's going up and down being a two-way player, he doesn't remember the rules? Because
No.
you got to understand, man, I feel bad for these guys that they're showing, unity. They're showing that they have the support for their teammate, and then they get a suspension because they just got up.
Because they leave the bench. No, everybody knows that you can't leave the bench.
Well, the Miami Heat should know. They're part of the reason. They're the reason why the rule's been made.
There you go.
The Heat and the Knicks.
No, the players know the rules. It's just heat of the moment. It's just I'm not going to let this happen. It's not going down like that. I think it's going to be very costly suspension because you lose some money. But nonetheless, I thought Jose Alvarado should have gotten maybe another day or two or another game or two suspension for the sucker punch for inciting some hands being thrown. But the NBA decided just straight up 3 games. So interesting, very interesting. So that means Jimmy Butler most likely is going to be out Monday.
Sacramento, yes, both, all 3 will probably be out of
So
Sacramento.
the suspension starts
the first game.
Okay, I didn't know if you could delay it or what do you call it? Appeal. The
You
suspension?
could appeal, but I don't think they're gonna appeal this.
Well, wait and appeal it try to appeal till the Trailblazers game, maybe.
And the other thing about it is you appeal, and then you have your appeal hearing, and then they still upheld the decision. Now you may lose. You're gonna have to miss the upcoming 3 games.
Well, sometimes they let you play.
No, they'll let you play while you
appeal.
appeal, but okay,
But I'm saying,
but once
Jimmy,
the appeal happens,
I'd rather Jimmy play against Sacramento and then lose the appeal than sit out the Trailblazers game as opposed to Sacramento.
just take the suspension. Let's get it over with.
As a Heat fan, are you going to be watching this Trailblazers game with a little more emphasis and excitement, or is it just this is a god awful team?
Well, as a Knicks fan, I'm not gonna watch it like that. As an NBA fan, I will. I'm gonna watch it because I like the drama. I like drama.
I think there's a little bit of something in there.
There's absolutely something
and I
in
think
there.
the Trailblazers have something to kind of prove too. Just because of everything that transpired during this, this thing. They're a little closer to it than the average fan would be or the average team would be. They kind of want to show
anyone who should be really ready for this game, it should be Tyler.
Absolutely. He's kind of injured right now.
So then that's why I'm very worried about this game tomorrow night in Sacramento. If Tyler is banged up, you have no Jimmy because he's suspended, and Jovic is also going to be suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no Josh, and you have no Terry,
no Thomas Bryant.
I'm talking about players that matter. I don't have anything against Thomas Bryant.
I actually liked him. I thought he was going to be an answer for this team.
I just didn't think he was. No, he wasn't going to be. He wasn't ready for Heat culture. He wasn't.
Not ready for a lot of things, apparently.
Hey, look at BBL's out there. Look at BBL.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry.
Things haven't been going well for them. They've only won one game since Lowry's has joined the Philadelphia 76ers team. But bad suspension, but it's not major. It's just one game. It's against Sacramento. They are playing a second game of a back-to-back. They're flying from LA back home to the Bay, which is it's just an hour flight. So we shall see. Heat had beaten Sacramento the last time they played. I think they snapped their streak against Sacramento, if I believe. I think, the Sacramento, that was the slump buster. So,
Sacramento's kind of underperformed this year. So,
have they?
Yeah,
I don't really think so.
They were good last year.
They're good this year. It's just that the West is crazy, man.
Yeah, but they were like a 3rd seed last year. 3 seed last year.
Okay, well, and that happens when there's injuries to other contending teams. Now, when those players aren't hurt, those contending teams, put it this way, the Pelicans are playing very well, and they're like, what, 6-7?
Yeah.
And they're, 10 games above 500?
11.
Okay, then. Are you telling me the Pelicans are worse than they were last year?
No.
No, they're actually the same, similar.
they're much better than they were last year.
Right.
They only made it to the play-in game.
But you,
year,
at a time last year, you were second in the West, and then Zion got hurt.
Zion got hurt. Yeah.
Yes, injuries happen.
And, you know, the winning streaks and losing streaks happen. Ask the Rangers. You guys got a nice little winning streak going on right now, but there could be a losing streak in your future.
Yeah, we're a perfect 10.
Perfect 10. Perfect 10. We'll see how that all goes.
Oh, we play tonight, so we play against Columbus. But now, I don't want them to win them. I kind of want them to go 50-50. I don't want the President's Cup.
You don't want the President's Cup?
Hell no. We won the President's Cup one time, and we lost.
Nobody wants
second round.
Canucks, you take that bullet for everybody.
Vancouver, you can have it.
Take it. Take it. Teams just purposely lose to Vancouver. We go 0 for the rest of the season against Vancouver. Like, how do we keep losing to Vancouver? Oh, I don't know. All the good teams lose to Vancouver. All the bad teams beat Vancouver. I don't know if they're that good. They beat good teams, though.
They do beat good teams.
Rangers, I don't know why we can't beat Vancouver. Panthers, I don't know why we can't beat Vancouver. Vegas Golden Knights, Dallas. Vancouver's got our number this year. Don't want to see them in the playoffs. Yeah, we'll take them. We got them. Number 1 seed. Whoa. Nonetheless, Panthers did win last night. Overtime, 3-2. Carter Verhaeghe gets a late goal in the third to tie it. Gustav Forsling gets the win. He was injured the previous game. He did play. Unfortunately, Matthew Tkachuk did not play. Hopefully, Matthew Tkachuk will be back for the Cats when they host the Sabres.
Let's hear
Tuesday at 7.
Let's hear the great Doug Plagens with the game-winning goal. Final call.
Here's Milano. Milano caught up to by an aggressive Forsling who was able to play it back outside. Milano held it in for a moment. Bennett took it back on the Panthers. Not man rush. Here's Bennett into the offensive end. Bennett across. Forsling shot. He scores. Gus Forsling, the overtime winner. And the Panthers take it 3-2 the final. Panthers do it again.
First of all, did you hear the excitement from went to overtime? The crowd was
crazy.
into it, right? Like the crowd was really into it. And then when he scored, they just went bananas again.
I love it.
That was great. That's exciting.
It's frenetic, man. It's frenetic, these hockey overtime
They
games.
are an exciting team. They are a balanced team. And they are one of the 4 best teams in hockey right now. Wherever you want to put them, you can. I have my personal favorite. But nonetheless, you're talking about a team who was a Stanley Cup finalist last season, started off a little bit slow, and right now they're playing great hockey.
They've got the pedigree too,
and they got the pedigree,
the experience, everything else.
They got the players, they got the coach, and number one thing, they got the goalie.
They got the swagger, they got it all. That highlight was also caught by our own Danny Garcia, who's racing into work right now to pick up his wallet, which he left behind. If he could stop by Whole Foods in North Miami Beach at the same time, that'd be great for me. But I'm just saying.
You're trying to avoid that Whole Food, aren't you?
Dude, that Whole Foods is nothing nice. Nothing nice. South Beach one is awesome. I would say we can go one day. We're not doing that. No. Danny Garcia, good job on cutting that highlight. We appreciate it very much. Come here, get your wallet. Canes baseball team lost 4-2 to Long Island yesterday. They're in the rubber match right now against Long Island. This is game 3 of the series. Canes men's basketball team, they lost again 6 in a row, falling yesterday to Georgia Tech 80-76. They finished the season North Carolina tomorrow 7.
They're about to get blown out.
Then they get a couple of days off, like a week and a half, and then not this Wednesday, but the next, they're going to have their final regular season home game of the year, which is going to be their final home game of the year because they're not going to have the ACC tournament here. And if they do make it to the NCAA tournament, they're not going to make the NIT if they don't make the NCAA. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, I don't have to do the math for you. I don't have to show my work. Final home game of this season, Boston College.
Final home game is March 6th against Boston College.
I don't need to do the math.
They only have 3 games left in the season.
And then the road trip to Florida State to end the regular season on not this Saturday.
So they play tomorrow, and after tomorrow, they're off for the next 8 days. No. Yeah, 8 days because 9, right? It's be 9 because Monday they don't play again until the following Monday. So they'll be off for 9 days.
Enough math.
Jeez.
Enough math.
What do you? And then they only got 2. That's the thing. You take a long break like that, and you're looking at your season.
I guess they're giving them that break so that they can finish the season and then go into the tournament.
So then here's how we look. We got to look at it this way then. Positive thinking. They win the next 3. They somehow upset Carolina tomorrow. Then they take 9 days off. And then they beat Boston College, and then they beat Florida State, and then they go into the tournament, hopefully with a bye
in the first day,
in the first round.
Get some good momentum.
Get some good mojo, and then pull off the upset by beating Carolina in the ACC tournament.
Or Duke.
Or Duke.
Or Wake Forest. Well, we're asking a lot since they can't even beat Georgia Tech, but that's cool. Or Florida State.
Tough times.
Tough times for my Chelsea. They lost to Liverpool. English Carabao Cup earlier today in extra time. 0-0 for so long. Oh, well, Inter Miami. That's real soccer right there. A true soccer fan would kill me right now. Inter Miami, they're back in action. LA Galaxy in Los Angeles. Kickoff is at 9 o'clock. It is on Messi TV. That is Apple TV.
Messi TV Plus.
That's it. That's what it boils down to. That is what it boils down to.
Enjoy it because this is his final season.
Under contract. He is still an owner. He's always going to be an owner.
Oh, he's always going to be an owner, but this is basically his final season.
Wouldn't that be awesome if, like, the final game of the regular season, final home game of the regular season, David Beckham decided to unretire the spikes and one more time run up and down the field, do a little playing with Inter Miami and Messi? I'm just saying that would set the world on fire.
No,
he would look. He would set his legs on fire too. Beckham was not in playing shape. Not in playing shape.
You might say he has chlamydia and might not want to play.
He's gonna be burning, baby. Zion Williamson did react. We talked about the suspensions earlier, saying that Kevin Love's defense on him the other day in the foul was actually A-okay. In fact, it helped protect him from his fall. The suspensions were handed out. Zion just letting people know. And I don't think anybody.
That's what I love about it. The guys that were involved in the situation didn't even get suspended. There was nothing to Kevin Love or Zion.
I don't think Zion even knew stuff was going on. They have him.
No, he turned away. He's like, you don't know what's going on.
And he's talking to the ref like, can you call a foul? And then in the background, you have Najee grabbing Jimmy's neck. And Zion looks like he's just, huh? The Marlins got some spring training action going right now. They're playing the Nationals. It seems like the Marlins and the Nationals play all spring training and all regular season long, man. Have you ever noticed that?
They do meet each other a lot.
Which is good for the Marlins because the Nationals are terrible. But the Nationals are winning 5-2 in spring training the 6th. So take that for what it's worth. Let's just leave it at that. Jalen Phillips, 3 months removed from Achilles injury. He was at the Dolphins' 14th annual cancer challenge. He spoke with the media saying no exact timetable for his return. He's walking without a boot. Rehab is going smoothly. In the dream world, he says he would return at the beginning of this coming season. So we wish a speedy recovery for Jalen Phillips. FAU, Memphis. Everyone is on the floor every time I look up. So there's a lot of hustling going on. Memphis is winning, though, 41-39 with 16 and a half minutes left in the game. Come on, Owls. And the Celtics won their 8th straight, defeating the Knicks last night, 116-102. They are now 45-12, 8 games up on second place in the East. Cleveland, this Boston team is formidable, Vlad. You probably
they're a good team, bro.
You watched it last night. They're real. They're real.
They're good.
I'm not saying the Heat are scared of them. I'm just saying that they're real. They're real. When you're 8 games ahead of second place, yeah, it's pretty darn good. Speaking of pretty darn good, let's take a step into the day spa. A man in England was surprised to find a hidden sex dungeon under his 19th century home. Number 1, British people in their sex dungeons. That's awesome. Number 2, surprised or pleasantly surprised? I'm
not surprised at all.
Bro, British people love their sex dungeons. I told you years ago I was doing this radiothon, and they had a local guy who did like a public affairs show, and he was British. And he kept being like, you should come to my house, hang out sometime. I listen to you on the radio. That's a terrible British accent. Sorry.
That was horrible.
But he was like, you should come by. I love listening to you. I think you're cool. He's like, you should come by the house some weekends. We can have drinks, drink wine, hang out. And you know, like something was off about the guy. About 8 months later, they found him dead in his sex dungeon. And I was like, whoa. So I went to this girl that I worked with, and she was married to a fellow British guy. And I was like, hey, did your husband and he actually know each other? Because, you know, there's not a lot of British people in Louisiana. She's like, no, they didn't really know each other. I was like, isn't it crazy that he died in a sex dungeon? She goes, he's British.
So, I mean, she's been whipped.
Hey. Once again, you don't have to show the math, Vlad. Don't show the math.
Whipped.
This last hour of the show, you don't have to show the math. Just, you know, dude.
Man, that guy was trying to bring you in. That sounds like a different Strokes episode.
I was a consent away from being in a sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Maybe dying. He died in his.
You were like Dudley going to the bike shop.
We're going to talk about more wholesome things. No, maybe not so wholesome. Tickets for this Inter Miami LA Galaxy game are ridiculous, even though it's only game 2 of the MLS season. We're going to talk about the tickets, but also really what could be going on with Inter Miami going forward, because there really is no way to go back. It's only been one game. here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
WQAM.
The most popular and, to me, the most talented club team in CONCACAF is our very own Inter Miami. Vlad, when was the last time we had a team full of stars that was expected to win everything here in South Florida?
The Heatles.
Before that, 2000, 2001 Hurricanes. Yeah, but kind of.
No, I'm not. Wait.
Full of stars, expected to win everything.
Yeah, I'm talking. Well, Canes were a college. That was
Right.
a college team, so I'm talking about like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
professional.
No, I'm just saying.
No, that's ridiculous. Because the other day I saw something that actually we should talk about. Maybe the last segment.
I know what it was. I saw it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Other than
It's
your
hard
quarterback,
argument.
it's hard to
argument.
argue against the 2001 team. But that 2000 was it 18
team for LSU.
LSU was we'll talk about it. But
let's
not move forward.
So you have
Let's stay in
Inter
the present.
Miami, who have a loaded team with some of the all-time great legends, whether they've aged a little bit or not. Lionel Messi, of course, a lot of people think the greatest soccer player of all time. His running buddy, Luis Suarez, greatest Uruguayan player of all time. He's got Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, generational players. My favorite personal player, Leo Campana. He is a goal maker. You got Drake Callender, one of the premier goaltenders in the MLS, and he's also been invited to the U.S. national team.
All right. What's up?
Robert Taylor has had a renaissance since Lionel Messi has joined the team. Kermansky is on the team. With all that, betting favorites to win everything this year. We're talking about MLS Cup. That's the big one. Although CONCACAF Champions Cup, which is basically Champions League for CONCACAF, that's huge. Leagues Cup, which we won last year, and all the things in between. Favored to win it all. But
it's Inter.
Of course it is Inter, but yet there's some detractors. This is the thing, the narrative I want to just shut down immediately.
Shut it down.
Article on ESPN.com. Messi's a star, but can Inter Miami keep pace in MLS? There is an argument with the poor preseason that Inter Miami had, and it was piss poor. And the way that Messi didn't score, although he had an assist, in the first game against Real Salt Lake, that teams are starting to figure out Lionel Messi and that they're going to neutralize him in some way, shape, or form this coming season.
Wait a minute. Time out. So
please laugh at this
idea.
laugh at it.
I have to laugh at the MLS has figured out how to stop Lionel Messi.
When
the greatest minds.
How about La Liga never figured him out?
La Liga,
how about Champions League never figured him out?
League.
How about the World Cup is barely
I'm just saying.
FIFA World Cup has barely figured him out.
I'm just saying.
But now all of a sudden we got him. After 25 years of professional soccer, we got him. Nobody's figured out Lionel Messi. You know why? Because he's one of the greatest of all times. You can't. So I don't want to hear this narrative that teams, whether it be MLS, whether it be Liga MX, whether it be anybody, has figured out Lionel Messi and Inter Miami. It's impossible to figure out Lionel Messi. That's like saying you can figure out Michael Jordan. You can't. I'm sorry. So stop that narrative right now. Well, he hasn't scored in a while. He had an assist. He was crucial in both of the goals that were scored the other day. It's silly to say that teams have figured out how to stop Lionel Messi. You think the greatest minds in the world in all the greatest leagues would have figured it out by now. They're not. They can't.
You would have thought.
It's done. Here is something interesting that does scare you a little bit if you're an Inter Miami fan like you and I are, Vlad. This season is not just going to be a dance around the maypole. It's not going to be just a walk in the park. Number one, MLS, it's more competitive than people give it credit for. Number two, it's a very long season. There's injuries. Got to deal with that. Number three, you have to remember some of these guys aren't going to be there for every single game of the year. Lionel Messi, we already know, is going to miss 9 games for sure with international duty. And we know how the team does without Lionel Messi. Of course, Luis Suarez, he's kind of towards the back end, not going to be doing that much. Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets. But there's even an article saying this. Lionel Messi, of course, he's got international duty with Argentina, but he also has the option of doing a little more extra international duty.
What's that?
Argentina has qualified for the Olympics.
Oh,
no!
He doesn't have an Olympic gold medal, right?
Would that interest you as one of the greatest players of all time?
Yeah,
to maybe add on your mantle.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, and as crazy as it is, because we talk about how players love money and everything like that. But when you reach a certain level, now you're looking for things to inspire you. And if you're the Olympics have a lot of professionals to join, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can win a World Cup, you can win a La Liga,
You win UEFA championship.
you win a UEFA, you win Champions League, you won World Cup.
You've won Leagues Cup already, so you got that.
You won Leagues Cup, Champions Cup, you've won it all. But he never played in the Euro. I mean, he never played in the Premier. So you can't,
correct,
right? But La Liga would be, but he played in La Liga, so that's what it is.
Pretty similar.
Yes. So La Liga, Champions. You also won the French League. You won League One.
No, yeah, PSG. Oh yeah, PSG.
Yeah,
won League
I
One.
think that the only thing that you're missing from the Holy Trinity is the Olympics. Because if you won Champions and you won World Cup, the only other big international soccer award that you can get would be the Olympics.
Because even if you argue and say, well, he never played in Premier League, he still won
Premier. Yeah, for what the equivalent of the Premier League is La Liga, and he won that all the time.
Even if it is slightly below that, he won Champions League several times, and that's the best of the best in Europe.
Well, yes,
so you kind of
but winning your league is, and yes, but La Liga and Premier are the top two leagues. So he hadn't played it in Premier. That's why I love Messi and I love Ronaldo, but sometimes y'all got to look at the Ronaldo situation as like, he won La Liga, Premier, Champions, and he's won a lot, and a Europe.
Man, yeah.
And he won a Euro.
Oh, he won a Euro, yeah.
He won a Euro as well. So we're looking at...
he's won Copa America too, which brings us to our next point. He is going to probably participate in the Copa America. That's more games, not to mention Argentina qualifying games for World Cup. So there's a chance that Messi could end up missing more games than we even initially expected. That's a problem. I'll be the first to tell you that's a problem.
You were the first to say it since last year.
I love Tata Martino. I love Leo Campana. I love Drake Gallagher. I like Robert Taylor. DeAndre Yedlin. I love those guys. But there's a difference when Leo's not on the field. Sometimes maybe not Suarez. Sometimes not Jordi Alba. Sometimes not Sergio Busquets. There's a problem.
Busquets.
There's a problem, Vlad. And if Messi, who has every right to play for his country in various forms, isn't on the field, it makes the season a little more complicated. It's not a walk in the park.
It wasn't going to be a walk in the park regardless.
My thing is, of course not. But my thing is this: Messi, does he get to the point where he's like, hold up, I have a vested financial interest in this team. I got to worry about my wallet more than my heart? Or does he say, you know what? This team's going to be fine. I'm going to go Olympic. I don't blame him for going to the Olympics. If I were Messi, I would go to the Olympics. And you know where the Olympics are this summer?
In France.
In Paris.
Right. So he kind of wants to give to Paris, to the people in Paris who, as Mbappe now going, rumored to go into Real Madrid. Now you're hearing a lot of the turmoil that was going on when they had their version of Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving.
It was very ugly at PSG.
Their big three with Neymar and Messi and Mbappe wasn't great, and they didn't hit the goal. Like their goal was to win the Champions League,
which they should have had. That was a realistic goal.
Well, considering that they're easily going to win League One.
Well,
like,
yeah.
All you got to worry about is League. So all you got to worry about is the Champions League, and they always get knocked out in the round of 16. Right, round of 16.
You got the three best players in the world on the field at the same time.
I remember Real Madrid going there and beating them, and it was nasty. But so, yeah.
But you don't think he would like to go into Paris?
I think he wants to go to Paris,
win all the arguments of
and win a award there, and basically tell them that go.
Yeah, number one,
go love yourself.
You guys got you guys caught our French team at the right place, right time. Everyone was sick. We still kind of almost won that game. You might have outplayed us, but you still almost lost the game. And another thing is, these guys are competitive. You don't think he wants to go into Paris and shut Mbappe down and say twice now, you might be the best player in the world now, but I'm the best player of all time. That means something to go in there and tell Mbappe, or show Mbappe and France and the world, still got it. I don't blame him. Heck, I want a gold medal. It doesn't get old. That does not get old, Vlad. All the awards in the world, that's one that you want.
Absolutely.
And then you win that MLS Cup. Complete career right there. He could walk off after that. He's not. He's going to go to Newell's Old Boys, his original club team in Argentina. But nonetheless, he could walk off winning UEFA Champions Cup. I know that's a big one. Leagues Cup. I know that's a big one. MLS Cup, a gold medal.
Yeah. You the man.
Win it all.
It's like getting the EGOT. It's like winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
I had another award in there too, but it slips my mind. But you win all that. Like, why play anymore? If you could do all that this year, plus you set up Inter Miami as a franchise that you are a part owner of, it would be unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I wouldn't play any more international games. I'd be done. I'd walk away. He's not.
Just walk away.
He's not. But whatever. It's fine. He has the right to do whatever he wants. But man, it's good. And soccer too is like baseball in a way. It's kind of fickle sometimes. The worst of the worst could beat the best of the best sometimes. It just works out that way. I don't know how.
It was weird.
It's weird. So like, it's not like, I mean, and I say this like American football where like, if you're dominant, you can run the table or you can know that you're going to win games. Soccer, there's scheming, there's luck of the draw, there's, lucky things here and there. It's tough to do that. So yeah, but to say that there's going to be a way to figure out Lionel Messi and that Inter Miami better look out. Can they do it? Like, come on.
I mean, they could do it, but are they? That's the question.
They figure out Lionel Messi. La Liga couldn't do it. UEFA Champions League couldn't do it.
Crazy.
The World Cup couldn't really do it, but they're going to do it now.
But MLS.
But not even MLS. Let's just say now, when he's 38 years old, maybe they have. Father Time might figure it out eventually. Oh, man. It's going to be an exciting season. Tonight's game is going to be electric. $790,000 for the most expensive
That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
I'll take 2. I don't even think like Bill Gates I'm just thinking of someone rich would be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'll buy those tickets.
Okay, here's a question. Like LeBron and the Lakers are playing the Suns right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the game is over, does he go straight to go see Messi and take on
That's
LA?
A good question. I say yes.
Okay, so then a guy like him might spend the $790,000.
I would think if I'm LeBron, I pull this number. Just show up at the back entrance and walk in. Oh, excuse me,
That's
sir.
a good point, bro.
Excuse me, sir.
That's a good point.
Come here.
That's a good point.
You, tall guy.
Dan, that's a great point you mentioned because, I listen to other podcasts. Big fans of Club Shay Shay and Nightcap with Unk and Channing and Ocho.
Oh.
I said Channing. Chad.
You don't listen to The Pivot?
Oh, I love The Pivot.
Dude, Channing Crowder.
I'm happy they got their stuff back. People were stealing. That's the one thing about those events. You got to watch your back because anybody catches you slipping. Super Bowl week, especially in Vegas. I mean, Vegas, you already know there's people always leering and creeping to take advantage of others. And they had their equipment stolen, but it was found. Good job by the Las Vegas PD. But here's the thing I was saying. Watching Nightcap with Unk and Ocho, they were talking about similar like the stuff that we were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? About spending money and using your name as a way to get in. During those Super Bowl parties, right? That week of Super Bowl. If you're not invited, Dan, but you're a known celebrity, are you not just going to like, hey man, it's me. It's cool. It's Dan Day. Let me get in. You don't think somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, Mr. Day, if you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Mr. Day, oh yeah, Mr. Day doesn't have his invitation, but take care of him. That's what you do. When you're a celebrity, that's what happens. Who's gonna tell LeBron no if he decides to walk to Bank of America Stadium? Or I don't remember it was Bank of America.
Okay,
Bank of California.
What if he says, you know what? I don't care. LeBron hands him $1,000 and says, hey, you do
like
now.
Right?
Or, hey, I'll take a picture with you. Hey, what do you want? Like, honestly, I mean, if I'm a security guard, I'm not losing my job over $1,000 tip. I will.
You think Taylor Swift didn't have a ticket to the Super Bowl?
Nope. Rules
you want to be that guy? You want to be that guy?
Rules are rules.
You want to be that guy?
I'm sorry, little girl. You can't come in. No,
you want to be that guy?
No, of course. They just walk in. I mean, I'm sure they have some type of invite or whatever. There's certain people.
My name is my invitation.
Yeah, my reputation, my image is my invitation. Well, we got a fire code to worry about. Pull somebody out. Like, I mean, if I'm LeBron or any huge Taylor Swift, I just walk in. Who's going to stop you?
Who's going to stop me?
Who's going to stop you? And you know, if they even try, it's going to go on social media and people are going to murder them.
Yes, verbally.
And then you play the innocent celebrity. I was told that I had a ticket. I was told just to walk in. And then, I mean, they're easy. At least we solved that problem, which we already kind of knew.
So then therefore, I'm not paying that $790,000.
No!
I'm walking and $790,000 is my face.
You know what I would do? Now, this is the move we do, Vlad.
What's the move?
If we're big time and we got all this money and we decide to walk in, security guard looks at us and is like, how y'all doing? We know we don't have a ticket. Hey, man, hope your day's going well. Throw him like $2,000 or $3,000 or her $2,000 or $3,000. That's my price. That's the ticket I bought. My ticket went into the pocket of this hardworking security guard who's doing their job and also realizing their position and saying, hey, you're good. I'm going to say you're good. Instead of buying a $3,000 ticket, you get you get the money. Seems to work out for everybody right there.
I hope so.
Am I the one that's going to have to give the $3,000 or are you doing it this time?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, shoot. I guess I'm paying this time. We're going to close things up next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. We figured out some very important things on today's show. Number one, if you see LeBron James tonight at the Inter Miami LA Galaxy game that starts at 9 o'clock, he did not pay to get in. He did not have a ticket. He just finished up his basketball game and rolled on in. I don't blame him. We also figured out our favorite new name for a young lady is chlamydia. Let that sit with you for a second there. Woo!
That's the new name.
It just works on so many different levels. Like, man, chlamydia is cramping my style. Or, man.
Yeah, what if you name all your kids after sexually transmitted diseases?
That would be a very poor choice, I would say. I mean, the guy or girl that gets the H name, man, that's gotta suck. Chlamydia is.
Oh, wait, you talking about House in Virginia? Oh, you talking about Simplex 10?
Not her, but the other one.
Herpes Simplex 10?
Yeah.
Ah, you don't want the herp.
You don't want that name.
Nah, you don't want the herp.
Look, Vlad. That's with you for life.
Come on.
That's with you for life.
Every time I hear herpes, I always think of the Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop.
Don't bring that into my universe, man.
Ah, you know Victor Maitland, blonde, tall, Capricorn. Tell him it's Ramon from the clinic. I got myself tested and I got herpes simplex 10. Wait, what? Herpes simplex 10? I just thought there was a 1. There's 10 versions of this? What is he talking about?
Longest 2 weeks of your life. Ooh. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think
Nonetheless, 2 weeks, man.
Oh, okay. What I was saying last segment, there was a question asked about college football. If the 2001 Miami Hurricanes took on the 2018 LSU Tigers, who would win? And it was, when you look at the names on the rosters of both universities, it's a who's who of NFL greats right now, or past and present.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that Miami team was so loaded from head to toe. Their third string running, when their third string
Frank
Gore, who ended up being the third all-time rusher.
There you go.
I will say this, and you know I'm an LSU grad, but I do live here in Miami. Miami sustained that elite level both back in the 80s and around 2000 longer than that LSU team. That LSU team was not one and done, but they weren't the elite team for more than just that 1 year. So I will say in that aspect, but they had LSU at number 1, though. I saw the list. LSU was number 1. I mean, you got some guys, man. Joe Burrow.
That's the big advantage, your quarterback. But I mean,
Jamar Chase.
And I like to let people know about that old team. You got to understand who the receivers were because Santana and Reggie left a year or two prior.
Mm-hmm.
So that Canes team could have been even deeper. But it was a question. It was a question I was asking. I really wanted to hear your answer because I know how you're a diehard Go Tigers fan.
I got this. It's easy. The greatest team of all time, that 2001 Hurricanes team. The greatest season of all time, that LSU team in 2018.
I see what you did there.
Well, I mean, look what they did. They went on the road. They beat everybody. They beat all types of highly ranked teams. They dominated. They did this. They did this. They did this. But the best team, pound for pound, 2001 Hurricanes right there. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not trying to pander to both sides. I've always said the best season ever was that 2018 LSU team, man. Just did everything.
Yo, what's his name? Might be the greatest season as a quarterback, though. Joe Burrow was unbelievable.
It was just crazy. From being a can't see the field guy at Ohio State to a serviceable quarterback his junior year to a certified superstar his senior year.
Here's the Canes team. Ken Dorsey, Buck Ortega as your quarterback. Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Najee Davenport, Jared Payton, and Clinton Portis as your running backs.
Pretty good.
Andre Johnson, Darryl Jones, Roscoe Parrish as your receivers.
Not bad.
Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow II, a tight end. Joaquin Gonzalez, Martin Bibla, Rashad Butler, our very own, Vernon Carey, Carlos Joseph, Sakpase, Bryant McKinney, Mount McKinney, and Brett Romberg. Brett Romberg, just one of the best centers ever.
Yep. He won the award. He never gave up a sack and all that stuff. Yeah.
Now here's the LSU team. Joe Burrow.
Of course.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Sakpase.
Pretty good.
Tyrion Davis-Price, Torrey Carter as fullback. The wide receivers was Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Terrence Marshall, Trey Palmer, and Racey McMath. The Tight ends was Steven Sullivan and Thad Moss, the son of Randy.
Yeah.
Offensive line was Austin DeCullis, Ed Ingram, Lloyd Cushenberry III, Sadiq Charles, Damian Lewis, Chasen Hines, Anthony Bradford, Badara Traore, and I'm going with Miami. Bro.
Miami by a touchdown.
I'm actually going Miami 10 points.
Okay, yeah, that's
and
fair.
I'm going to tell you why.
That's fair.
Do you know who, as great as that Miami offense was, the defense might have been better?
Yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree.
They would have had the secondary to cover those receivers of LSU.
No, I totally agree. I think the better team pound for pound, the U, but like I said, the better season, LSU.
So Canes by 10.
Canes by 10.
Yes.
It's fine by me. Being the second greatest team of all time doesn't hurt me at all. Getting the Heisman Trophy winner, winning the national championship, winning playoff games, all that stuff, great. The U wins the national championship. Great team. Unbelievable. Love it. So, yeah, we settled that one. Whew, thank goodness. What are you doing the rest of the day, Vlad, real quick? That's how we settle things real quick.
That was great. That was great. Dan took everything I said, was like, all right, well yeah, it's to you. Best team ever. Yeah, okay, cool.
I summarized it all.
I'm cool with the second being second. Nonetheless, what do you got plans for today, Vlad? That was great.
I didn't know what's going on.
That was
man.
awesome. You just took my argument, just shredded it.
I took a huge argument that
No.
took years
I
to
thought I
figure
won.
out.
Like I won, but then you made it you belittled my argument.
I mean, when an LSU guy says that Miami's got the better team, that pretty much ends the argument.
When you got it there, it's just like, what are you doing for the rest of the day? What am I doing?
Boom, 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 go.
Chilling. Probably gonna take care of the fam. Spend time with mom and then watch some NBA games. There's some good games for the night, and that's about it.
They got a concert in North Beach for free by the fountain where I live. I'm gonna go try to check that out. Then I'm gonna try to check out this Inter Miami game in some way, shape, or form on Messi Plus TV.
Ah, yes, Messi Plus TV. Definitely gonna watch Inter versus LA Galaxy. Not LA Galaxy, LAFC.
No, it's LA Galaxy.
Oh, it's LA Galaxy.
Yeah, the OGs.
Oh, that's the reason why.
OGs, yeah. And LA Galaxy are good this year.
Oh, they're better than they will
Supposedly.
be.
I mean, it's one game, but yeah, better than last year.
That's the reason why. So they're playing in Carson.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, they're not playing at the
new
Bank of California. They're playing. Nah, bro. Carson's not that great. It's not.
Well, $790,000 could make it that much better.
I can't believe that.
That's how we do things, baby. Oh yeah. I got to go to Whole Foods right now. I'm excited.
Oh, you don't sound too thrilled.
Yeah, it's probably not. I almost got in a fight there last time, but that's okay.
With UD or Paul Pierce?
I'm hoping UD and Paul Pierce do get in a fight there. I will videotape it and send it to you. Well, no, I'm going to send it to TMZ first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to get the 5
I
figures.
love you and all.
You got to no, baby. You got to get the 5 figures.
You could be faster on the fingers than me to send it to TMZ. So like, I'll break you off a little bit later, and then we can go to the whatever sporting event we want to for absolutely free, and throw a couple thousand to the security guards. All right. Well, next week we will not be back because I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, and Sedona.
Have fun.
Who knows what I'm doing out there? But we'll be back the next week and the next week and the next week and the next week and everywhere else. Hit us up on social media. Let us know. Thanks for listening. This has been Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
Later, fools.
Listen to WQAM first.